What's good, what's good, what's good, family? It's your boy, the Wallstreet Trappin, man. Welcome to another episode of Trappin Tuesdays, man. All right, man, like first and foremost, before we get into the show, man, we definitely just want to tell you thank you just for tapping in, man, making us a part of your day with everything going on. You still decided to tap in with us tonight, giving us that small portion of your time. And for that, we are extremely grateful from myself and the team. Our goal is to help you navigate these trying times, to help you build a portfolio that can print money for you for a lifetime and increase your family's net worth. And so for that, again, we want to tell you, thank you. I had an idea today, before the show came on. I had an idea of like what I was gonna talk about. Jose gave me the name of the show, and you know, I just go into these moments where I'm just thinking like, what is the messaging this week for us to start the show? What is it that, you know, the people who are partaking in this game, you know, how can I help them navigate, but most so give them inspiration to understand that they are worthy of this. And I thought about something literally 5 minutes ago as I walked through the door from walking in the parking lot. The thought that came to me was, no territory can be conquered. No territory can be conquered without casualties of war. No territory can be conquered without casualties of war. Because everyone that's fighting to conquer must have a vision of what victory looks like. Everyone that is fighting to conquer must be fueled by the vision of what victory looks like. Because if we don't have an idea, if we don't have a vision of what victory looks like, we will lose motivation to keep fighting. If we don't have a vision of what victory looks like, we will lose our energy to press on. If we don't have the vision of what victory looks like, we will self-sabotage. And I think about like the many wars that were fought from the beginning of time to now. You think about on the journey of you being in the trenches and you fighting for what you think freedom looks like, and you realize the person on this side of you dies. But yet you still press on. Because that now becomes a catalyst for you to keep fighting. And the more and more you fight, the more and more you are met with adversity. And the thing about adversity is, it fights back. It punches harder. It makes you dig deep down within. When the external things become obsolete and the internal things are the things that persuade you to keep going. The external things become obsolete. Meaning no matter how big your muscles are, no matter how much armor you have on, no matter how big your gun is, It's the internal voices that you have within that reign supreme. In those moments of adversity, it is the things that we tell ourselves that allows us to keep going. It is the things that we tell ourselves that makes the vivid vision of victory worth staying in there for. And I think about 3 situations, right? I think about George Washington, outnumbered. Everybody saying you can't defeat the Brits. Having to devise a new strategy. But yet, victorious. I think about Harriet, tasting freedom, and then having an idea that freedom is so amazing. It tastes so succulent that she decides to keep coming back. Because there's a version of us that can just be selfish once we attain the thing. And then I think about Nelson Mandela. 27 years. And there's a report where someone asked him, like, how didn't you go crazy knowing you were looking at 27 years? And he said, I was preparing myself to rule my nation. All 3 had something in common. The vision of victory. But most importantly, they all told the story of those who persevered. And today, that's what the message is about. Today, that's what this is about. It's about those who persevere. It's about those who persevere. I look back at myself and I'm like, I've been through so much. And as I look back and I'm like, that is perseverance. I look at the different market cycles that I've survived. Yes, there have been some casualties along the way, but still we persevered. Because those who persevere have a story of resiliency. Those who persevere has a story of how cloudy the vision got. Those who persevere have unlocked another level of freedom. Because when you persevere, you get an edge on life. When you persevere, you get an advantage, an unfair advantage. Because in that moment, you understand that no matter what life throws my way, I am victorious. Victory is so sweet, but you must endure the bitter. Victory is so rewarding, but you must first suffer and face the short-term consequences. No champion can be a champion without getting punched in the face. No warrior can be a warrior without going to war. As a matter of fact, you have to spell war in warrior. Is your vision of victory, is it worth it? Today, I just come to be a voice of reasoning for you. Today, I come just to tell you, not only is it worth it, but it's bigger than you think. See, because in this moment, you're just thinking about yourself. You're just thinking about, how can my account overcome this? In this moment, you just see, this is what freedom looks like to me. And you may doubt yourself. And that's the thing about adversity. Sometimes adversity can make us doubt ourselves. Sometimes adversity can make me say, why did I get in the market right now? Sometimes adversity can say, why did I take this journey? Sometimes adversity can make us think, I should have stayed where the hell I was at. Sometimes adversity can make us think that this isn't for me. That's pressure. And in that moment, adversity is doing exactly what it was designed to do. I had a conversation with my guys earlier, and I said to them, I read the story of Job, man. And I can tell that most people actually don't read that story. We're talking about a man who had everything and lost it. True. We're talking about a man who at the end of the story got it all back triple. We all understand that dynamic. But we often forget the different emotions that he went through from beginning to end. That was the battle. We forget that, yes, he did not curse God, but he complained. He doubted. He questioned. But it was all worth it. Because when face to face with God, he repented. And he said, you know what? Not only do I deserve to go through this, I actually deserve to go through worse. That's the part we don't talk about. And so when I read that, I said, wait a minute, why nobody ever talk about this? Why nobody ever talks about this part of it? Why they just talk about the beginning and they say, oh, I want to have the faith as Job. But what we don't talk about is how through each part of that adversity, as the pressure got applied, that even Job questioned. And so what I say to you is this. You're not wrong. What I say to you is this. Everything that you are feeling is adequate. But I just want you to match the feeling with the thought process that says, I am capable. Because the one thing about Job was, he never turned his back. He stayed in it. He never cursed God. He stayed in it. He never stopped believing. He stayed in it. Today, I want you to tell yourself, I'm gonna stay in it. today I want you to tell yourself, this is only the down payment on the vision. This is a prerequisite to the prize. Because once you give up once you fold once you get conquered, it becomes a part of who you are. Once you let the fear take over, it will terrorize you. And the one thing we do not want is to add quitting to our DNA. That's a genetic trait we cannot afford. That is something that we cannot pass down. That is the ultimate hindrance to a bloodline. But victory is the prize. Freedom becomes the prize. Financial liberation becomes the prize. So yeah, you gotta endure. Yes. You must stand in the deep end. Yes. You must internally breathe life into yourself day in and day out. Yes. You must vaccinate yourself from the idea of failure. You must vaccinate yourself from the idea of quitting. You must vaccinate yourself from the voices that tell you this game is not for you. Yes. And it's something about a story about somebody who persevered. It's something about a story from a person that lasts, that made it through. It's something about a conqueror that everybody can't relate to. It's something about victory that everyone isn't familiar with. Proverbs 24:16 says, "For though the righteous fall 7 times, they rise again. But the wicked stumble when calamity strikes." Righteousness is a virtue. When the world is saying it's the end, I need you to be alive. I need you to have more aspiration than you ever had before. I need you to have more ambition than you ever had before. I need you to tell yourself, this is the moment where I shine. I need you to keep striking. I need you to strategize. I need you to understand this is your moment. This is the opportunity that you prayed for. See, you had the vision, but you didn't know what it was going to take to get you through the chaos. And now you here. And for some of us, we had to learn on the fly. For most of us, this is the moment that makes or breaks you. Everything you read in the book is cool. They gave you some strategy. Everything you read in the book, you see it on your computer screens. Everything you see in the book is playing out just the way the book said, but the book never told you emotionally, mentally, spiritually, what it was going to take to get through. The chat bot told you this is the data you need to look for, but the chat bot never experienced the emotion. So the chat bot couldn't tell you the emotion, the mental fortitude that was going to be needed. You had to get in the water to feel that. You can look up the benefits of getting in the cold plunge. You can look up the benefits and say, yes, you can put in the chat box, what does cold plunging do for me? And it can tell you everything that cold plunging would do, but the chat box can't tell you what does it feel like once you get in there. It can paint a picture. It can say, hey, it may feel like this. It may feel like that. You can compare it to this and you can compare it to that, but until you get in there. Because the only thing that keeps you in there is what you tell yourself in your head. The only thing that keeps you in there is what you feel in your heart. You got to be forged in the fire, baby. You got to be forged in the fire, baby. This is the fire. You done been through it for 4 weeks now. You done been through it through 4 weeks now. February 19th, the market started going down. You've been in it a month now. What we doing? What we doing? You know what it feels like now. It shouldn't even be no pressure no more. It shouldn't be no pressure no more. It shouldn't be pain no more. You should look at it and be like, bet. I'm on the other side of it. Jose, I use the cold plunge analogy for a reason. I'm at a point now when I get in the cold plunge, I'm doing 9 minutes now. 8 minutes, 7 minutes, 9 minutes, every time. But no matter what, the first 2 minutes are always the 2 minutes that are the most important 2 minutes. It's the most important part of the cold plunge for me. Because the one thing I can never get used to is getting in that cold water. In my brain, I do not want to do it. There's nothing about my anatomy that finds pure joy in getting in that cold water. And I don't even lie to myself about it. The problem is we lie to ourselves about something. Let's be real with it. Bruh, I do not want to get in there. But the benefits of it, what is building in me internally, that fortitude comes from standing in the fire. You've been in it since February the 19th, fam. We a month in. At this point, you either saying, I'm going to build it out or I'm going to quit right now. You make the decision. But once you quit once, yo, I promise you, you ain't going to never be the same. You'll never be the same. I call Jose. I said, Jose, hey, I'm about to hit this cold plunge, bro. I FaceTime my dog. He said, what we doing? I said, I'm about to, the first 2 minutes I get in, you got to go from to, and what I'm telling myself in that moment is, bro, it's cold, but I'm colder. I do not want to be in here, but it's giving birth to something in me. The first 30 seconds go by, and I'm getting my heartbeat under control. My brain is saying, get out. I'm saying, I run this. I tell you what to do. I'm mentally at war with myself the first 30 seconds. Then we hit a minute and my brain is still loud. My heart done picked up. My feet are freezing. My hands are freezing. Everything is tingling. I want to get out. I gotta tell myself, yes, it is cold, bro. As a matter of fact, it's freezing. But you gonna sit your ass right here. And you ain't getting out. You ain't getting out. Under 3 minutes, you're not getting out. Now look at the time. I'm 2 minutes and 30 seconds in. I stick my face in the water. Because I understand my whole body's in. But I need my brain to feel it. I need my face to feel it. I need to be submerged in it. My arms under the water. I need to feel, I need it to overwhelm me. Because when I'm overwhelmed, watch this, yo. It's not what you think about. It's not the thoughts that you have when everything is going good. It's the thoughts you have when you're overwhelmed that make you. It's what you tell yourself when you're overwhelmed is what make you. It's what you tell yourself when everything in you is saying, get out. When everything in you is saying, this ain't for you. When everything in you is saying, hey, bro, you crazy? I say, hell yeah, because the vision that I have is worth me being overwhelmed. So I stick my face in it. 10 seconds, 15 seconds. I come up. I look at the clock. Now we 3 minutes in. I say, bro, we could give 4 minutes. At this point, guess what? It ain't even much that cold no more. Because I done got immune to it. Because I keep telling myself, this water cold, but I'm colder. This water it ain't nothing but water. It can't break me. The water gotta adapt to me. I don't gotta adapt to it. I don't gotta adapt to it. Before I know it, I'm 5 minutes in. At this point, we good. At this point, I'm 6 minutes in. My clock turned off. I said, Jose, my first words to him, how much time we got? He said, I don't know. I done lost track of time at this point. I can't see the clock no more. At this point, I'm just there. I'm forced in a fire. And yeah, you can say, well, that's just water, Trap. And I'm going to say, it's just the market, fam. I'm going to say, it's just life, fam. I'm going to say, it's just life doing what life do. It's just the market doing what the market do. You thought tripling your net worth was gonna be a cakewalk? You thought tripling your net worth wasn't gonna come with no adversity? You thought everything was just gonna run, and you wasn't gonna have to feel nothing? You thought you wasn't gonna make no mistakes? You thought you wasn't gonna have no casualties of war? What type of war you fight? What type of fight you get in where you ain't never had to bleed? What type of fight you get in where you ain't never had to scuff? If you ain't never had to get a nut, guess what? You always fought somebody weaker than you. You know what make David and Goliath so powerful? David was outmatched. But only from the outside. David was outmatched if you only look with your naked eye. Because David had something that nobody out there had in him. That nobody out there could see. David had something inside of him. and you got something in you, and people counting you out. Your people looking at the market like it's Goliath. And then they looking at your hot 1,000, 2,000, 10,000 like it's 5 rocks. But David ain't need all 5 rocks to kill Goliath. He actually missed him with the first one. Here's the crazy part about the story. Saul actually gave David a helmet, a sword, and some armor. And David said, nah, I'm good. From lunch to legacy with unorthodox armor. Everybody looking at him thought he wasn't equipped for the fight. Everybody looking at him thought he was insane. But guess what? Everybody who thought he was insane, everybody who thought he was crazy, neither of them had the courage to step up to Goliath. So you always look crazy to them when you do something that they ain't willing to do. You're going to always look insane to them. You're going to always look stupid to them. They're going to always have a lot to say, but they ain't willing to do what you willing to do. They ain't willing to go after what you willing to go after. They ain't willing to get in the ring with the poverty of Goliath. They ain't willing to step up and fight check to check. They ain't willing to fight for their 401k. They ain't willing to fight for their retirement. They ain't willing to fight. They ain't willing to fight. They ain't willing to fight. But you said, I got my 5 rocks. Now here's the dope part about that. Those 5 rocks had been sitting in that creek for some time. See, it was shaped and molded for that precise battle. He wouldn't have won the battle if he would have went with the arsenal that Saul gave him. He wouldn't have won if he'd have used one of his brother's swords. He wouldn't have won if he'd have used his brother's shield. He wouldn't have won if he'd have used his brother's helmet. He had to use those 5 rocks that were designed specifically for him in that battle, in that moment. Because if you read it, it says the 5 rocks were smooth. I want you to understand something. You can crush a rock. You can pound a rock. You can sand a rock. But water will smooth a rock, but it takes time. The rocks had to persevere in the creek. Water over a long period of time. You know the turbulence the rocks had to go through? You know the different nuances that the rocks had to go through in order for them to be smooth? No, listen to me, y'all. It was those rocks that were smooth. He didn't pick any rock. He picked 5 smooth rocks. Why am I saying this? Because the things that you have to fight this battle, it's already curated for you, family. It's already positioned for you, family. It's time to turn lunch into legacy. It's time to drown out the noise. In order for something to be shaped and molded, to be perfectly designed, to execute, it must go through the fire. It must go through the adversity. But most importantly, it takes time. It takes time. And yes, you must be like Job, because if you read the whole story of Job, guess what? That whole book of Job is about him arguing with his homies. It's about the people closest to him who, when he was up high, they was rocking with him. But when he fell down, they told him, hey, you fell down because you self-righteous, bro. When he was coming down, his own wife said, hey, won't you go ahead on and curse yourself, curse God and kill yourself, fam? His own homies telling him, hey, you deserve to be like this. Because they got people around you right now that say, hey, what you think about that stock market now, fam? They got people around you right now that say, hey, you was boasting on the stock market in November and December and January, but around middle of February, bro, hey, what happened? Hey, you was hype in November and December. Hey, you was showing me your portfolio. You ain't showing it to me in a month now. And like Job, that's what you did. You succumbed to the noise. You succumb to the noise. But here's the thing about Job arguing with his homies that I love. There's always one homie that bring you back to reality. He had one homie that said, hey, bruh, I done watched you see people be weak and you talk life into them. I done watched you help people come back and realize. I done watch you tell people, be better. I done watch you inspire people. I done watch you motivate people through tough times. Hey, it's your time now, bruh. You going through everything you told everybody else to go through. Hey, it's your time now, bruh. And then Job shook back. I'm telling you, I'm that homie. I'm the homie. I'm the one telling you, hey, check this out, yo. We win over here. Hey, I'm telling you, hey, yeah, check it out. You taking a little, you getting to it right now. Hey, but they ain't getting the best of you. Tell them how that's in a few. I'm that homie. I come in every day, bruh. Hey, Trap, how you feel? Shit, I'm lovely, fam. I woke up this morning. Ain't nothing but the market. Cold plunge. It ain't nothing but some water. It's cold, but I'm colder. It ain't nothing but the market. I know what it do. It print money. It got to recalibrate. It's the market. Some people going to dip out when they lose a little bread. Guess what? I'm here. I'm here. I'm here to where there's a Trump. I'm here from Biden. I'm here from Trump. I don't care. I wish I would have been here for Bush. I wish I would have been here for everybody else. Guess what? I'm here. I'm here. Because I know one thing for sure and two for certain. This is how we triple our network. And like Job, I ain't never turning my back. And I'm going to be rewarded quadruple. You can't get me to say, I'm good on the market. You can't get me to say, I'm out. You can't get me to say, Doe, let me out. You can't get me to say, I'm going back home. I am where I belong at. You can't get me. You might have to sit on the sideline for a little while. That's cool. That don't mean you quit. Falling down don't mean failure. Quitting do. So I'm gonna ask you today, yo. I don't care, yo. I don't care if it lasts another 2 weeks. I don't care if it lasts a month. I'm here. I'm here. Because guess what, y'all? The same people on the news every day that's saying the sky is falling, the sky is falling, the sky is falling, the sky is falling, bear market, recession. Guess what they do when the market turns around? They change their story. They changed their story. There's only a few people on here that's able to navigate through this and say, yep, this was going on, but here's what's going on. The sky is falling. It's red. You shouldn't do this. You shouldn't do that. You should do this. Man, shut up. Shut up. But they get paid to switch sides. You get paid to stay the course. They get paid to sell fear. You get paid when you stay the course. You get paid to sway you in and out the market. You get paid to stay the course. I gotta adjust a little bit here and there. Ain't nothing wrong with tweaking the formula here and there. But stay the course. Stay the course. Stay the course. Because here's what I know. The minute you deviate, the minute you abandon ship, the minute you tell don't let you out, you're gonna regret it. You're gonna regret it. So I'm willing to take the little 1 month of, hey, yo, Trap, how you feel about the market? Bro, I love it. Hey, yo, Trap, hey, I love it. How much you down now, Trap? I'm just on $1 million. Was down to $1.5 million at one point. I'm down to $1.1 million. I'm making progress. Asking where you was at when I was up 2.5. Where you was at when I used the market to buy a building. I know. And guess what? When I come out of this on the other side, you're gonna go quiet again. But you don't got no point to prove to nobody but yourself. And the only thing you proving to yourself is that you built for it. The only thing you got to prove to yourself is you're a certified Wall Street trapper. The only thing you proving to yourself is Wall Street looks like us now. The only thing you proving to yourself is I will turn my last name into an asset. The only thing you proving to yourself is I am capable of operating that machine. The only thing you proving to yourself is I am a certified money printer. That's what you proving to them. Because I guarantee you this. It may not be tomorrow. It may not be next week. But sooner than you think, they're gonna come to you and say, hey, teach me that stock stuff you be doing. Hey, that stock stuff for real? Hey, when the market was down, what you had did to get your money back? Hey, you really, retired off that? Hey, you really used that market to pay for that trip? Bro, you really retired your wife with the market? Bro, your child really a millionaire from the market? Hey, you really replaced your income with the market? Hey, I'll give you $1,000, you can do it for me? Hey, I got 10 grand, you can just tell me what to do? Hey, you said that dude named Wall Street Trap, he for real? Or he be scamming? Hey, that stuff expensive. How you, Hey, what you think Walmart gonna do? Hey, I heard about this stock. Like, what you think they gonna do? You think I should? Those who persevere always got a story to tell. It's a story of victory. It's a story of resiliency. Most importantly, it's a story of mastery. Those who persevere always got the blueprint to freedom. Those who persevere, you unlock the level. And you're now playing a league that only the elites can play in. So all I want to tell you today, you can't afford to get out now. Because the vision that you have a victory, own it. It's your boy, the Wallstreet Chapter, man. Episode 135. Those who persevere. Let's go, man. Jose, how we feel, bro? How we feeling, dog?
You had black hat trap without the black hat. Bruh.
Talk to me,
My
dog.
dog said, I don't even need to go to church on Sunday.
Nah, bro, you gotta go get that word.
Bruh.
Go get the word, man.
I'm getting my bedside Baptist on Trappin Tuesdays right now.
Yeah. Go get the word, bro. Hey, listen, this is gonna be a good episode tonight, bro.
Yeah.
Another teaching episode.
Okay.
I got some stuff when working with the team. You know, the more I see what's going on, I truly just be wanting to educate us. I think these are perfect times to educate and put the biasness. You know, a lot of people are biased. Me, I don't care about being biased. I just care about the information. I care about, like, educating our squad. You know what I'm saying? So let's shout out our people right quick,
Let's
man.
go.
Let's shout out Cheesy Bread. What's good, bro? KJ, what's poppin'? Tiffany, what's good? Vibe with Miss Cheryl, what's good? I got my IV from Miss Cheryl. Shout out Miss Cheryl. Mark Isaac was good. King Lou was good. Lillian was good. M. Lenard was good. Easy Money was good. Tori Walker was good. Action Motivation was good. Let's go. Vaughn was good. Shazam X, I see you, family. Let's go, man. Max B, what's good? Tony, what's good, man? My guy, Tony, man. Trappers of 90. Damn it, Dancing Diamonds. What's good, man? Let's go. Damn, they going too fast. They going fast early. Mr. VIP, what's good? Slow down, y'all. Congo, what's good? Stocks, damn, I forgot his name. What's good? Larry Morgan, what's good,
Look
man?
like stock stackers.
Stock stackers.
You know
I saw
what I'm
something,
saying?
right? What's good, man? Goddess, what's good? Larry Morgan, what's good? Hey, bro, Larry Morgan here every week.
Bruh, he's the first one in. It's but I get on him when he ain't the first one. If somebody get a...
Nah, hey, all I had was one of these. These joints are so good.
What was that? Just water?
It's the Ollie Pop.
Ah, they got that bag.
The Ollie Pop. All right, let's go, man. Luke was good. Leon with the King thing was good. First Generation Millionaire was good. Carolina Blue was popping. Davian was good, man. Damn, I can't see it. Tyrone was good. Brent was good. Anthony was good. B Dukes, Dre was good. Let's go, man. I see y'all. I'm trying to catch you. I'm trying to catch you. You know what I'm saying? It's too fast. Double R was good. I see you, fam. It's too fast, too fast, too fast, too fast. It's too fast.
I mean, we got, what, 34, almost 3,500.
3,500 people in the chat.
Can we get over 1,000 likes, please?
Let's get the likes up, please. Let's get the likes
You know
up,
what,
please.
though? I was concerned about the likes to people ratio, but I'm seeing a lot of people who are watching on TV. So I want to shout those out because they can't hit the like button or comment. So I want to shout them out. You know what I'm saying?
Why you can't like when you watching TV?
It's on the TV. You can't, you know what I'm saying? You can't like nor you can't comment on that joint. So I want to shout them out. Those are our sleepers. There's a lot of people watching on the big screen.
You told me that last week.
Yeah.
Shout out all my people that's watching on TV. You know we see y'all. Jose was like, hey, bruh, you can't like on the TV though, bruh.
I mean, you probably could like. Matter of fact,
if you got the TV, no, Jose, you're wrong. You're wrong, Jose. Because if you got the TV, Jose, they got the arrows, Jose. You move it to the like button and you press the like. Nah,
look, see, I was trying to give them a little bit of something.
Excuse, Jose.
So everybody who on TV, go ahead hit that like button for me.
Yeah, hit a like, man. Give us the like, y'all. Man, all the TVs, man. This ain't no Roku, but it's a Samsung. I be liking when I be watching. I be liking my own stuff on there, you hear me?
They trying to say Roku TV.
Shout out to our people, man. We love y'all, man. Got a good show today, Jose. I got it's another educational show. It's gonna be full of impactful education. It's definitely gonna be a 3-hour and like 15-minute show for sure. It's 8 o'clock now. We're gonna be here at about 10:30.
Okay.
About 10:30 for sure. So
buckle up. Let's get it.
Let's get to it. First, man, let me shout this out, bro. I know my people ain't asked me to do this. We are speaking at Good Soil again this year.
Good Soil.
My people didn't ask me to do this. They're gonna have Oprah in the building, bro.
I saw that when you posted that today. I was like, ooh, let me go and get the link.
They're gonna have Oprah in the building at Good Soil. Man, listen. I'm just saying, like, I ain't saying nothing to nobody. People got their way how they feel about Oprah and all that. Shout out to Oprah, yo. Shout out to Oprah, bro. You know.
Did we get a discount code yet? We ain't get that yet.
They don't even know I'm doing this.
Who don't know?
My dog Mike.
Man, you posted a flyer already.
I just took that off their page.
Wait, hold up. Run that back, Turbo. You took, what, the old joint, or they had a new one?
Whatever, I just go to the page and see it, and I just post it.
Man, I'm gonna hit up Mike. Like, Mike, we need the Good Soil discount for the trappers. We had one last year.
Let me call him.
Yeah, we had that last year. Look at me, again, people's champ. So when y'all be going on me, y'all see I be fighting for y'all, bro.
Let me call him.
Y'all don't understand. This is what I gotta go through.
Let me call him.
Calling him live on the show to get the tickets.
Let me call him.
June 12th through the 14th, AT&T Performance Arts Center, Dallas, Texas.
Let me call him.
And Jose's working on the coupon code.
Let me see. This for you. Live. Let me see if you answer.
You
know might be talking to Bishop or something. The only time he don't answer me when he's like in a meeting.
Right.
He might call me back in the middle of the show. Hey, bro. I be. I should ask Pastor Don too. Now he ain't answer. Dang, he probably in the show.
WST Trapper 25. That's what we need. You know what I'm saying?
That's the one we had last time?
We had 24. Because it was, you know what I'm saying?
WST Trapper 25.
Yeah. That's the drink we need.
All right, I'm going to ask him.
Let's make it happen.
But definitely, come to Good Soil, man. Again, ain't nobody paying me to do that or nothing like that. That's just a fam. So, anyway, got a good show today, Jose. Got a lot to talk about today, Jose. You know how somebody say, don't flush Jose to say, man, you know he gonna get flushed. He one comment away, you hear me?
Just only take one.
A lot happened this week, man. Lots happening this week since the last time we talked to the people. Remember we talked about we'll talk about it. Let's get to our mantra right quick, man. Let's get to our mantra right quick, because I won't get to this. We got a lot to talk about, so I won't get to this, man. If you're new here, man, what's good, family? We love y'all. Welcome to the show. Salute to all my people, man. I got nothing but love for y'all. Billy Goats was good. Franklin Reed was good. Infinite Return was good. You know, I let him slow down a little bit. Back to Square One music was good. N.O. Chris was good. Val Jenkins was good. Stephanie was good. Jason was good. Charles was good. Michelle Douglas was good. It's one of my trappers right there. Let's go. All right, so here we go, man. If you're new to the building, man, we love y'all. You know, this our mantra, this is what we live by. Mr. VIP was good. Let's get to it, man. I am a certified Wall Street trapper. I'm confident in my ability to make great investments. The stock market is a machine that prints money, and I am more than capable of operating this machine. Not only will I free myself, but my family will eat for a lifetime based on the information I apply today. I'm a money maker and a wealth builder. Today, I break all the chains that anchor me to that poverty mindset. My ancestors will smile now because I've turned our last name into an asset. My family's purchasing power will increase indefinitely. Today, I make the declaration that no longer will I be a slave to money. No longer will the generations behind me inherit lack. No longer will I submit to selling my time for money. I am a first-generation millionaire. I am the architect of my family's legacy. I am a certified Wall Street trapper. And Wall Street looks like us now. Let's go, man. Let's go, man. All right, man.
Real quick, too, I want to shout out the truckers. We got a lot of truckers that watch the show. Yeah, truckers that watch the show and listen to the show.
Shout out to all our truckers, man.
Y'all be
safe out there. Shout out to our truckers, man, that's pulling over, you know, on the side. Shout out to all our truckers that's on the road. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate you. Listen, without y'all, we can't get a lot of stuff that we have, you hear me? Shout out to our truckers, man. Shout out to our family that's in the 18-wheelers. Y'all be safe out there. Bro, I watched the accident happen in front of my eyes yesterday. Me and Nat going, boom, I said, damn.
Those be the worst, bro.
We stopped and prayed for a while.
Yeah.
We stopped and prayed. Young black queen, man. We saw that. So, shout out to our truckers, man, that's locked in. All right, man, let's get to it, man. We got a lot to talk about tonight, man. Let's get into it, man. I want to get into it. It's going to be a good episode. Today, Jose, the Dow's down, the NASDAQ down, and the S&P is down. S&P keep flirting with correction territory back and forth. NASDAQ is actually like 13% from the high. So it is 100% in correction territory, which is not, doesn't scare me or make me fearful. I actually put in 3 plays this week based on that. 3 new option plays, 2 buy and hold plays. I put them in this week. And the market kind of doesn't really I guess I don't be scared, bro. Because I just truly understand that it is in these times where I always have this thing in my head, right? No one can time the bottom, right? We know that. And you have to have a little bit of fortitude. You have to have some gut, right? But the one thing you can't have is doubt in these markets. So the plays that I did lose on in the beginning of the year, when I say lost, I mean I had to take a L on them, were plays that were up in March and February. I had to take an L on those plays because it was nothing I can do. You know what I'm saying? I could have cut them earlier. You know, they was up, whatever. I was trying to fight back. But anything that was June, July, August, September, October, bro, I'm still there, right? Because here's my logic behind the market right now. And I think one of the things I try to do in the Patreon, we had a dope, man, I wish I would have took a snippet of what we did in Trappers Anonymous this week that was real dope Sunday on our call. But one of the things I try to do in the Patreon and kind of in Trappers Anonymous is pose them with questions and ideas and thought processes that help them navigate during this time. I think in these times it's more than just putting a play out there. In these times it's more to me than about just making a move. I think in these times it's more so about talking people through certain situations, certain scenarios. What do I see? But also I implore them to get information. I implore them to like, yo, this the time. Go look at what you see going on. My guy, man, what's up, bruh? My guy in the building, man. My trainer, George, came through, you dig? I implore them to mentally see what's going on. And like I posed a question to them today. I said, hey, go see what's going on in the market. Go pay attention to what you see and compare it with what your data says, right? Like if you a chart reader, go look at your charts and see if the charts and what you see is going on. Because what happened is we can look at the charts and they all can match up, but then you can't calculate what's about to be said. You know what I'm saying? Like there was no crazy news that came out the day that made the market fall 2%. Yes, they did had the Ukraine, what it was, Gaza and Israel had gotten some old conflict today. But that's been going on for, 3 years now. You know what I'm saying? So, but the market just got up and was like, nah, bro, we hit a certain point up here, boom, let's go back. You know what I'm saying? You know, NVIDIA been trading between this, just 120 range, 121-ish ranges. Once you get close to it, hey, you go back down, right? No matter what he says. And I told him something in the Trappers Anonymous Sunday. I said something to the squad, and it was like, damn, bro, that makes sense. And so my concept, just about NVIDIA right here, let me just say this. I feel personally that, so we already know that the market is a forward-looking mechanism, right? Which means that whatever is going on now was priced in the past, right? Does that make sense, Jose? Right? Whatever's going on now is priced in the past. So watch what I'm about to say here. NVIDIA had a nice run up, but we know like 2023, 2022, 2023, 2024, it went bonkers, right? We know that, right? That was the beginning of what? The AI talk. Like that was one time when it was like, yo, AI has been mentioned 40 times on this call, right? And so just hear me when I say this. Again, you can agree, you can disagree, but this, I promise you'll understand what I'm about to say here, right? The market was pricing in the future of AI in 2022, 2023, and 2024. It was pricing that in. What I mean by pricing that in is the market was looking in the future saying, hey, let's take a glimpse in the future. Because we see this in the future, we're going to price it in right now. Forward-looking mechanism. What happened now is the market has nothing else to price in. It is priced in everything that it can give them. It priced it in 2023 and 2024. It priced it in, which is why now NVIDIA can beat expectations. They priced that in 2024. You know what I'm saying? NVIDIA can say, yep, we about to drop Blackwell. They say, well, we priced that in 2024. You're coming out with another version of Blackwell? That's cool. We priced that in into 2024. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have some AI stuff. We priced that in. So now NVIDIA has to create something new. And the thing about creating something new, now they said today that they're going to create some more things. That's cool. But now, before we can price that in, watch this, we got to see the other stuff that we priced in pay off. Does that make sense, Jose? Right? So, and again, it's understanding future expectations. This is why a company can get a new CEO, and the stock will go up. Why would the stock go up when you get a new CEO? Because the market is pricing in the idea of what that CEO can do to this brand. Right? So that's what we mean by priced in. This is why when news come out about something now, the market may shoot up about it because the market is remember, it's a forward-looking mechanism. So the market will price something in today what it thinks will happen tomorrow. Right? Which is why a company, and here's a bold blueprint of that right here. A stock can beat earnings, beat expectation, but if it doesn't give good guidance, the stock will fall. Why? Because those earnings and expectations are from last quarter. It priced that in. Now, this is why earnings, if a stock miss earnings or miss revenue, the stock falls, because we priced that in last quarter that you were going to do good. And if you didn't do good from last quarter, then it's a good chance that you won't do well the next quarter. You will do what? Probably lower your guidance. And if you lower your guidance, and if I'm a forward-looking mechanism and you lower your guidance, then you've given me a bleak estimate on the future. So for NVIDIA, it's a great company, right? It's still the leader of the pack. The market sees more competition coming. Cool. You still are doing great things, but we priced in so much from you from 2023 and 2024 before the split. What we need you to do is we need you now to show us that you are killing it with what you did already before we even price in the next two things you said you're going to drop in 2026 and 2027. Does that make sense, Jose?
You're already cooking, I see.
You feel what I'm saying?
We ain't even gotten to a slide
No.
yet.
This is going to be a
That's
very
good.
educational show, so we need them to really lock in today, right? Because I'm going to get in my idea. So, Trap, well, why is the market falling right now if all of these companies are strong like they were? Nothing changed. I'm going to tell you what changed. The reason why tariffs have the market on shaky ground is because tariffs mess up what? Corporate profits. Okay, Trap, why do tariffs, man, share this out, y'all, because Jose, we got 3,900 people in the chat right now. Like, this is going to be a great show, y'all. This is going to be a great show. Again, like last week, I promise y'all, we're going to laugh, we're going to joke, we're going to educate, but I really enjoy understanding this so you can start understanding what's going on. And here's the thing, you can take my perspective and then you can say, okay, I see what Trap said right there. Now let me compare it. I never want you to take my word for law. I want you to take my word, compare it to what you see, and if it works and if it's on point, you say, hey, let me add this to my journal. This is why we tell you to write everything down and take notes when you kind of Trap into it. You can have a notebook on it and say, hey, oh, Trap said this, boom, oh, this don't align, I'm gonna X that off. I'm never gonna be the person that say everything I say is 100% accurate. What I will say is that I'm not biased. I am bullish on America, but I ain't biased. I'm bullish on the market, but I'm not biased. So it's a completely different thing. I'm pro-black like I don't know what, but I ain't anti-white. Some of my coolest friends, especially in business right now, is some cool white dudes. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And you do the research too.
And I do a lot. I live it.
A lot of research.
I live it. No, I live it, bro. I live it. You have to, watch this. If you know something can change your life, you gotta treat it like it's gonna change your life. You can't know something can change your life and treat it like a hobby. You feel me? Like if you know something can change your life, you gotta treat it like a thing that can change your life, which means I gotta look at CNBC, Bloomberg, I gotta get the Barron's, I gotta get the Wall Street Journal, I gotta get USA Today, but I also gotta read, compare. I live it. I don't really be having time to watch too much. If I take time to watch something, it's because I'm saying, okay, like my brain kind of fried. I need to do something where I don't gotta be, you know what I'm saying? So this changed my life. In every way around, every way. Right? So for me, I love it, yo. You know what I'm saying? So I can't treat this like my guy, George up in, he's a trainer, bro. Right? He look like a G.I. Joe dog. Right?
A chocolate
built like a G.I. Joe. Now I ain't gonna say all the chocolate and all that.
Come on, man.
I'm not gonna do all that.
He ain't chocolate.
You always got flush him. Flush Jose. Flush him. I told you, he is one sentence away. He is always one sentence away from being flushed, man. One. I said, why you gotta do with that chocolate? What the fuck?
Because most of the G.I. Joe, never mind. I'm already
exactly. Now you about to double down on it.
We good. Salute. That's my dog. I can't even say what he did. It went to gym because it sounds crazy.
He's a black man. What you talking about? He's a man. You don't gotta give descriptions.
Yeah, leg day just wore me out. That's just
let me tell you about the leg day right quick. Let me get off topic one day. Let me get off topic a little bit. Let me get back to it. Bro, we was in the gym working out, right? I said, Jose, come rock out with me. So now George, this dude loves leg days, bro. Like, I seen him do failure on leg day, was like, yeah, guess what, y'all? That's cool. I had to fail. He come back the next time, going crazy, lifting the hippopotamus, you hear me? So look, Jose comes do leg day with us. Yo, 3 sets in, my dog face was like,
I ain't had no jokes.
bro, stop talking.
Right. When I ain't talking.
Look, you know when somebody beat when they shoulders go limp.
Trap say, it's all right, dog. You put in work.
My
bro.
dog's shoulders went limp, you hear me? My dog's shoulders went limp. He ain't want to laugh. I'm still laughing. George like, bro, I'm like, bro, let's get it. Like, I ain't tripping. Like, he's sending us through the ringer. But again, watch this. It's what I talk about the cold plunge, right? If I tell myself this hard, I'ma treat it like that.
It's hard, yeah.
Right? But if I tell myself, like, I don't care what he throw at me, like, I'm willing to die right here. Like, then I'm gonna tell my mind, like, my mind gonna get into it. Bro, Jose was like,
Prudent Mom tried to say I'm 160. I am
bro was sitting down
180.
on the bench like,
yeah, I was about to throw all the way up in the gym.
and then look, somebody going, their eyes get all like water. He was like, hey,
glossy.
Brad. Look what he said, look, I ain't got nothing else in me, dog. He said, I'm done, bro. I said, you gotta have empathy for your dog. Like, hey, go ahead on, tap out, cuz.
Yeah, I was still going.
Go and tap out, cuz.
I was still trying to go.
He was still trying. But my dog got home and said, hey, bro, I ain't doing that no more.
And then the next day, I messed my ankle up.
Next day, he ain't got no good legs on him. So anyway, but watch this. George is built like an action figure.
The
right?
transition back is crazy.
He built like an action figure. But watch this. He treats working out like it will change his life because it has changed his life.
That's real. That's real.
You feel me? He treat working out and health, he don't play with it. I watched him go to Africa, back with Nigeria, Ghana, because he rips the Nigeria. I'm not even gonna talk about what he do with the Nigerian people and their jollof rice. That's his thing, right? But he from Ghana. I watched him go back to Ghana and not miss a beat. Working out, he in the trenches with them working out. He treated it like it changed his life. And so the end result is he get to walk around, watch this, with his shirt off.
Even in the winter.
Like it changed his life. Whereas you could tell somebody who pump faking with the workout because they still got their tank top on in the swimming pool.
Hey, I'm about to be done with mine in about a month. I was wearing tank tops.
Bro, I thought you work out every day. I do. Or why you got the tank top on in the swimming pool?
Hey, tank tops are like the male bras, bro.
You got the tank top on in the swimming pool because you don't treat working out like it's gonna change your life. And I'm gonna tell you the difference. You can tell somebody who working out, who ain't where they won't be at, but they working out and they feel good. I don't care if it don't look right. They got the shirt off. They got the shirt off. You like, oh, bro, work out. He ain't, but he work out. So that's how I am with the market, right? I'm like that because this changed my life. So because it changed my life, there is no alternative route. There is no alternative route. I gotta take this serious. Not only did it change my life, it started now making my goals more attainable. How you stand into this building, Trap? Well, I decided to go get 40, 50 out the market in a 6-week time frame because I said, hey, I don't want to come off my liquidity. The market changed my life, so you got to treat it like that. You cannot take the market. One of the things I love about the people in the Patreon is they do this. Somebody put something in the Patreon, and they say, damn, dog, the market tripping right now, boy. It got me humble at my job. I was 2 weeks away from quitting. No, cold-blooded.
Yeah.
And you know why I loved it? You know why I loved that? Because it's real talk. Right? Like, when you treat the market like that, like you at work, you like, yep, looking at the market. What? I'm going, bro. Like, don't tell me I know I'm on my phone. I'm on my phone because I'm about to quit. Let this thing hit 100%. I'm out of here. Let these 2 option plays I got in go. I'm right? And he was like, it was in a group. It was like, damn, market been tripping for 3 weeks, bro. Like, damn, I gotta chill a little bit. And even if
I
there
gotta
wasn't,
stay on for another
because watch
month.
this, even if there wasn't about to quit, it's just the energy they walking around the job with, like, yeah, stop playing with me. I take 30 minutes on y'all, extra 30. I walk in a little late. Stop playing with me. But I like that mindset, and here's why, because that's the confidence. That's somebody that say, bro, even though I'm at work, I'm still on here. I'm locked in. That's the energy you gotta have. And they probably wasn't gonna quit the job. It was, like, he probably wasn't gonna quit in the moment, but it's the idea of saying, hey, I see freedom. That's the energy you gotta have when you play this game. So, forward-looking mechanism, right? The market is a forward-looking mechanism. And so we start looking like that. We start telling ourselves, all right, Trap, why is the market really acting like this? It's not just so much as the tariffs per se, it's because the tariffs now mess with corporate earnings. And because the tariffs also mess with personal spending. And so if the tariffs are messing with corporate earnings and personal spending, that means the thing that drives stocks up is no longer the catalyst. Because now, if corporate spending come down, and if personal spending come down, then the expectations that we had on the earnings for these companies gotta come down. Then I can't be bullish, because the thing that gives me optimism, and I'm talking from the market's perspective, the thing that gives me optimism in all of these great companies is that they're making more money. And if I can keep giving the estimate on you gonna make more money going forward, and you keep making money going forward, then I can be bullish. I can keep buying this company stock because they keep making more money. Now, here's the thing. What tariffs do is say, wait, they're not gonna make that much money this quarter. Wait, they're not gonna make that much money this quarter. Right? And until we understand, until the market says, watch this, I got an idea of how much money they're gonna make. See, right now, the market doesn't have an idea. Right? The market doesn't have a real idea on how much money these companies are gonna make. So when we get the next earnings, it's gonna be all over the place. But we saw that Canada got tariffs. We saw that China, Mexico, we see that going on, right? But then April 2nd is saying, yo, we gonna have reciprocal tariffs. Meaning, everybody who got a tariff on us, we gonna put the same thing back on them. Okay, boom. But here's what that does. Whether it's a bluff play or whether it's a leveraging tool, however that plays out, what happens now is, if it goes the way they saying it's gonna go, it now gives the market a little stability, because the market gets to say, okay, these tariffs are on y'all, these tariffs are on y'all, these tariffs are on y'all, this is what they did. We may see some pull right here, but then you get this, economic growth gets to get priced in. The market just wanna put a price tag on everything. That's all at the end of the day, that's all it's about. The market just wants to put a price tag on everything. And anytime the market cannot put a price tag on something, it's unstable. Because the market is nothing but numbers, prices. That's all it's about. Every indicator you look at, every fundamental balance sheet you look at, is all about price. If I can't not put a price on it, then the market has no certainty in the market. It's only about me able to see this is how much I think they are going to earn. And anytime I cannot pinpoint what I think they're going to earn or put what they're going to earn inside of this box, I am uncertain. Not me, but we talking about the market. How we feel about that, Jose?
No, like I said, we cooking it. We ain't even went over a slide yet.
I think
it's like about to be a 4 hour. No, that's good.
So that's what we need to understand. So we like, man, why that? Cause the market is gonna have, remember, watch this, 4 weeks in a row, we never had 2 back-to-back green days. What happened? I told my Patreon members this, I said, listen, y'all, can you tell him to use can you tell him to use promo code BISHOP?
Oh, so we got promo code BISHOP right now. Huh?
I just got that from Mike. Use promo code
Until we get our own personal one. That's what we got.
Yeah.
Hey, let's run it.
That's what we got. That's what we got. We use Bishop till we get one. All right, so let's go a left first. Let's get into the show, Jose. How we feeling in the chat about that? How we feeling in the chat about that?
Nah, they loving it. They laughing at the same time. And they saying, yo, we getting some nuggets already.
Oh, of course.
You know what I'm saying?
Y'all know how we feel, man. Let's shut this out, y'all. So what happened was, watch this. So I told my Patreon this the other day. I said, hey, y'all. I said, I think the market is getting a little immune to what's going on right now. And here's why I said that, Jose. We had 2 days back-to-back. I'm sorry. We had 2 days back-to-back where we had weak economic data and the market still went up. We had weak data. The market still went up. Typically, in this type of environment with back-to-back data like that, the market will probably like fall, bottom out. You ain't get that. Now, today you had that type of day, but watch this. And you had 2 days back-to-back where you had 2 green days back-to-back. We ain't had that in 4 weeks. Right? So you got to start understanding when the sentiment kind of, again, and I say we not out of the woods, y'all, by far, because we still don't have footing. But what you do have is an idea that the market is start getting like, think about this. Remember when you used to get whoopings when you was young? You used to get these whoopings, yang, wang, wang. And then when you got to a certain age, like you used to get the whoopings, you just stand there, and you might be, oh, you think you bad? You think you bad?
She put that extra sauce.
Now they got to get something else to hit you with.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because you done got immune to it. Like, you like, man, I ain't tripping. Like, that. Then they hit you somewhere like, oh, wait, hold up. Wait, I ain't know you hit me under my feet. God damn. Cut me in a bathtub. Jesus. Whoa, you evil. You done caught me in the tub. We done went from just regular ass up to in the tub ass. Well, you had to get me wet? You feel what I'm saying?
I'm about to call CPS.
You feel me? Like, golly. Like, it went to a point I thought I was smart. Like, I was putting the 2 pair of pants on. I thought I had it licked. You know what I'm saying? I was just going to 2 pair of pants. I'm like, I'm faking, My grandma got smart. She like, nah, nigga, that ain't no real. I got you. So I get in the tub. Yeah, I say, you evil.
The wet tub. You thought that cold plunge. You thought that cold plunge.
Evil. Front and back.
Because you getting the belt and you getting the wind from the belt. Cause
evil, huh? Mercy. Nah, that's child abuse. Nah, that's child abuse. Nah, it's child abuse. Well, it's child abuse when I was getting my ass whooped in front of class. Anyway. Here we look like today, man. So, again, Oracle, Adobe, Palantir, Meta, Amazon, just, the usual suspects taking the biggest hits, man. Berkshire, Visa, MasterCard, Abbott, GEV, Coke, Pepsi, Costco, the usual suspects right now. Kind of broad-based, but technology, consumer electrics, consumer cyclical, consumer communications. Today we just had a day, y'all. Today we just had a day. But let's go a little further. Heat check still wasn't put call ratio. Here's the thing, watch this. Even though we had a day like we had, at 4 o'clock today, we still had 4.7 million calls going. I read a stat today that said that even though $5 trillion have been wiped out in 4 weeks, they see investors are easing back into the market. With caution. And what I said to that was slightly immune to what's going on. Again, not out the water at all. Long way to go, but slightly. Let's go a little further. Now, this is the thing that did catch me off guard today, too. And matter of fact, let me look at something right quick. All right. So, watch this. Today the VIX was at 21. It got up to 22. But last week we had a VIX of 25. Last week we had an extreme fifth, 13. We had an RSI deep under 30. I want you to understand, again, I'm not saying that we are out of the water by far. What I am saying is, like, I personally see mild sentiment momentum shift. Y'all gonna crucify me and say I'm tripping, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I'm just reading the data. I'm just reading the data. Now, things could shift 100%, but I'm saying I'm looking at it daily, not be like, okay, it's not, you know what I'm saying? And I want you to think about something today that I really saw. The market opened up down 2%. Go look at the opening. Between 9 and 10 o'clock, between 9:30 and 11:30, the market had, it opened up at like, the futures was at already at like 1%. Right? The futures was already at like 1%. Hear me. Hear me, hear me, hear me. About 11 o'clock, the market, the NASDAQ was down 2%. The S&P was down like 1 and some change. Watch this. By the end of the day, it had done steadily went down, came back, went down, came back, went down, came back, went down, came back. By the end of the day, we weren't at the lowest of the lows. We had done actually made some ground. Usually we have been seeing end of the day sell-offs. I'm not, again, please don't think I'm saying we out of the water, because I don't want nobody to misconstrue what I'm saying. What I am saying is that, though, like, look at what's like the market all day today stayed in the same little range and it actually got better. That's what I be looking at. I don't be looking at, oh, I lost this much. I'm looking at, how is that sentiment going? What is changing? Like, what are we doing here? I'm not listening to the noise on TV because they gonna sway with whatever the market doing. These are the same people that telling me buy AT&T, buy Stanley Black & Decker. The same people that's telling me that. Same people that's saying buy, you know what I'm saying? I don't be listening to them. I'm just saying, okay, let me look at it. And again, I'm not saying we out of the water by far. I'm just saying you seeing it, and it's like, oh, okay, bad. Like we've been seeing end of the day sell-offs. Even on a down red day, we've been seeing like massive sell-offs at the end of the day. You like, God, I thought we were making some ground. I'm just saying, pay attention to that. Let's go a little further, man. Let's get into some data, right? So, and I just want us to just pay attention, you hear me? Like, don't be so quick to go crazy. All right, so a couple things I want to talk about, man. So we got to give, I was studying something, I was like, all right, because, they saying like Chinese stocks running, things going crazy. So China has the Fab Four. Right, they Fab Four killing it. Right, they Fab Four killing it. And that's supposed to be Baidu. My writing was kind of bad. So it's not supposed to say basic, it's supposed to say Baidu, B-A-I-D-U, something like that. That's my fault. My fault on that. It's supposed to say Baidu, which is a kind of tech stock for China. Compared to our Mag 7, They killing. But I also looked at a chart, though. I looked at a 5-year chart, and I guess you can't say the past is the past, right? Well, I like to look at the story of it. So if we look at the last 5 years, we see NVIDIA up 2,000%, Tesla up 622%, Google up 195%, Apple up 252%, Meta up 281%, Microsoft up 173%, Amazon up 135%. You have Alibaba down 19%, Tencent up 80%, Baidu up 59%. I can't pronounce the last one. Whatever it is, XAIM is up 458% over the last 5 years. So over the last 5 years, minus XAIM, the Mag 7 blowing them out the water. Triple digits, all of them. Outside of XAIM, it's the only one up triple digits. Actually, Tencent is up 80%, Baidu is up 59%, Alibaba down minus 19%. Is the Mag 7 having a bad year? Of course. And these returns are counting. You had a pandemic where the market was down, those few days. You had 2022 and you had 2020, 2022 where the market was actually down some. And right now, and you still have triple-digit returns in a 5-year time span. Whereas you don't even crack 100% outside of one, right? So, and for me, that's why I try to say, like, the people in the news will only give you certain things for clips and sound bites to make you say, when they always gonna say, let's look long-term, but nobody ever put the 5-year chart up to talk about how these Mag 7 has been blowing these things out, but they will say, yeah, this year, this is going on. Of course this is going on. You know what's going on right now, right? So I want us to just think about it from that perspective. And I can guarantee if you ask me to buy these 7 stocks or would I buy those 4 stocks, I would load up in these 7 stocks every single time, probably except for Tesla. But I've owned that for a long time. And what I just saw with Elon Musk and Donald Trump using the White House as a god dog on billboard was insane. Part of me say flush it and the other part of me say Jesus. And I don't mean to use your name in vain. Like, to use the White House lawn as a prop, oh my God. The car show, Tesla car show on the White House lawn. Here's the crazy part about that, yo. The stock dropped 15% a day. Steve is declining 5 years. Donald Trump poses with the various, not just one though. This boy went from the Model T to the Cybertruck on the lawn like he had a car show. I said, oh, it's crazy. The stock went up about 20% in 2 days from that. Now, of course, it's back on the decline, but listen, messed my damn put up. I had a sweet Tesla put in play. Then next thing I know, he pulling up on the lawn. I say, yo, you serious, bro? Bro, you gotta be kidding me, bro. Bro, put was set up for win. It was set up for the kill. Set up for the kill.
And the fact that they know they got control over it.
Bro, pull up on the lawn. Skate. Not just with one. Skate. I might throw up on that runner. Whoa, whoa. I say, Lord.
Straight commercial.
Then that boy Trump said, this is an amazing car. It's a beautiful car. It's the best car. It's the best car. What is this? This is phenomenal. I said,
zero emissions.
I said, damn, they really playing a game like that? Bro made the call like, hey, I gotta pull up, yo.
Wait, hold up. You said they staged a car purchase? I missed that part.
Bros got on Twitter and said, I'm gonna buy one tomorrow.
They wild work. That's sinister work right there.
The president of the United States said, listen to what he said, bro. Damn, I should have had it. He said, what the market is doing to Tesla is wrong. It should be illegal. what the market is doing to Tesla should be illegal. I said, what, bro?
That's his homie. He's sticking up for his boy.
I said, I know he ain't just do this. What is this? What the market is doing to Tesla is unreasonable and it should be illegal. As a matter of fact, it's one of the greatest, bro, he said it's the greatest car company in the world. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna buy one tomorrow. Tomorrow came, bro, pull up with the Tesla in the front of that thing. Skirt! Say, this is believable. This is amazing. This is beautiful. What is this? Bro didn't even know how to operate that thing. Bro sat in that bed. Elon had to get on the other side and press the buttons. I said, yo.
Full-blown commercial.
Bro pulled that one off and doubled back with the Cybertruck.
But nah, like what Sean said, ain't that market manipulation?
Stock went up 3 days in a row.
Get it while it's hot.
It's a phenomenal car. What the markets are... Bro, you just said you're not worrying about the markets. What are you talking about? We're not worrying about the markets. There's a little short-term turbulence.
Wrong time to
double right back and say what the market is doing to Tesla is illegal. Just messed my whole put up, you hear me? I was situated for this. We was ready. We was ready. The charts don't put Tesla, the charts or the fundamentals don't say Trump gonna pull up in that corner and bend the charts or the technical analysis don't say Trump gonna swerve in the Tesla, bro. I say, man, let me get out of here, man. And look what he said, look what he said. He said, radical lunatics are boycotting the company. That's what he said. Radical lunatics, bro.
Sticking up for his boy.
Let's go a little further, man. I can't do nothing with these people. All right, man, our certified trap of the week, man, Junior Bridgman, man. We got to shout to this king, man. What I love most about this guy, man, did some research. I saw him a couple years ago at an event, and I did a little research. I was like, damn, bro turned 2.5 million to $1 billion, became a billionaire, bro. He made 2.5 throughout his whole career as a basketball player, bro. Became a billionaire, bro. Junior Bridgman, from September 1953 to 2005, was an American professional basketball player and businessman. Bridgman played in the National Basketball League for the Milwaukee Bucks and Los Angeles Clippers from 1975 until 1987. Following his career, Bridgman owned actually 450 restaurants, became a Coca-Cola bottler and distributor, and acquired Ebony and Jet magazines. Salute to that, iconic. Despite making more than $350,000, never making more than $350,000 a season in his career, he had a net worth of over $1.4 billion, making him one of the wealthiest former athletes in the world. Think about that, bro. Sheesh. Never making over $350,000 a year. That's before taxes. After taxes, that's probably about 100, 150.
And no endorsement money.
$2.5 million throughout his career as a ball player. Turned that into, I read something, I was reading a thing about him a while back, an interview where he said, he had like 400 and something Wendy's. He said one of the things he was doing was he made Wendy's a community effort. What he would do was he would go bail people out of jail and stuff. They would go buying people out of jail. He did about you? Yep, in Milwaukee, sure did, in Milwaukee. They would go buying people out of jail, bro. Come on, man, come on.
That's crazy. And like I said, ain't no endorsement money, just investments.
And check this out, a quiet billionaire.
Yep.
Quiet. Then I heard Magic say I learned a lot from him. Let's run that video right quick, man.
And we're coming back on the air with breaking news on the death of a Milwaukee Bucks legend. Junior Bridgman has died. He played for the Bucks. He turned his years in the NBA and what was not a huge NBA salary at the time into more than $1 billion. In 2016, Junior Bridgman was the fourth wealthiest former athlete out there in the league of Arnold Palmer, David Beckham, Michael Jordan. Milwaukee's Junior Bridgman. Just in September, he was able to buy 10% of the Milwaukee Bucks, becoming a minority owner in the team that he used to play for. He was 71 years old. He used his money for philanthropy. He was in Louisville today speaking at the Galt House. He played his college basketball in the city of Louisville, and he was back there today, as he has been so many times over the years. No confirmation on an exact cause of death, but a reporter in the room for the NBC station in Louisville said he grabbed his chest and he said he thought he was having a heart attack. Again, just terrible news about somebody who's meant so much to the city of Milwaukee and the Bucks organization. Charles Benson joining me at the desk. Charles, you were there in September when it was announced that Junior Bridgman was coming back into the Bucks fold and buying a chunk of the team. What was that moment like?
It was a moment of joy for everyone in the room. I mean, everyone that you had an encounter with Junior Bridgman loved Junior, not only from his time here in Milwaukee as a player, but really remarkably his time here as a business person. I go to Jimmy Haslam, who's one of the other co-owners. He describes Junior as a spectacular basketball player, businessman, and person. And that really sort of sums up who Junior Bridgman was. I mean, this man who had so many great accomplishments, not only on the court, but even after leaving basketball. Look, he made good money as a basketball player, but it wasn't generational wealth. And so he went out and built this empire, this business empire. And I think it speaks to who he was as a business person. I remember he was describing building up the Wendy's and all these different franchises that he ended up owning. But he was working there, and one day he's telling me, like, yeah, I'm there flipping the hamburgers, handing the bags out the window, because he wanted to set a tone inside the business. Look, if I can do this, you can do this. Even as a guy who's successful as he was always there to, from what I could tell, to be a helping hand, to be an inspiration to so many people. This is such devastating news, not only to the Bucks family, but to the business community, to Milwaukee, and obviously his family.
Yeah, this one really hit hard for me. You know, a lot of people don't know this, but I've patterned my whole business acumen after Junior Bridgman. You know, they always tell us stories about how 75% of athletes 0 to 5 years after they're done playing go broke, and I never wanted to be that. So I always started looking at people, Michael, of course, Magic. But I remember one time the Forbes list came out, and I was like, oh, I know I'm on this list, all the commercials I do, and I saw his name. I reached out to him, and we started talking, and, you know, he had Wendy's, I started Big Chicken, you know, Pepsi and Coke. So everything that he did, I tried to pattern after him. I just talked to him the other day because we were getting ready to do business. So my condolences goes out to his partner, Charles, to his family, his daughter, his son. But this one really hit hard for me because he was definitely somebody that I look up to. I know I get a lot of credit. Oh, you do this and you do that. If it wasn't for Bridgman, I wouldn't have known where to start.
NBA ownership, when did that first come on your radar?
Year and a half ago, Jimmy Haslam, one of the owners, we just kind of hit it off. Same thoughts about things, about what's really important in life. And he talked me into getting involved. If you get involved, you can be involved. Being involved in all our meetings and talk about what's going on and all those kind of things. So I said, well, if that's the case, then I'll seriously look at it. It became a reality.
Aside from the wins and losses, how do you measure success for the Bucks?
If you can help someone improve their life and improve where they're going in life, then I think you can really say that you've been successful. When I look at our team and the teams that we played on the Bucks, I mean, the guys that we played with and against ended up becoming great human beings and great people and made a difference in society.
That's big, man. I want to take this out right quick. You can hear me, Jose? You can hear me? So watch this. 450 fast food restaurants, including Wendy's, Chili's, and Fazoli's. His company Bridgman Foods generated over $500 million in annual revenue before he sold most of his restaurant chain for $250 million in 2016. 2016, Bridgman became pivoted into the beverage industry by acquiring HOTLINE Coca-Cola, a bottling operation serving parts of Illinois, Kansas, Missouri, and Nebraska. Bridgman's family also acquired the iconic Jet black media brands Jet and Ebony. In 2024, Bridgman purchased a 10% stake in the Milwaukee Bucks. The team he played for during his career had an estimated net worth of $1.4 billion. Other investments also held position on several boards: Fifth Third Bank, Louisville Free Public Library, and the Crusade for Children's Foundation. So let's just take a minute and salute that black
Definitely.
man. Also, what I want to say is this for a second. You can be the model for somebody else. Not gonna lie, man, like, when I hear stories like this, bruh, like, think about this. Bruh the king made $2-point-something million his whole career. That's before taxes, fam. Let's just make sure we understand that. To buy 450 fast food chains, that means he was educating himself. He understood that, yo, this ain't enough. I made a post today on Instagram where I said, hey, bruh, I talked to the men. And this was and I hope the women don't take this as a slight to them, because we live in a world where everybody emotional, and when you say something, people are like, well, what about us? You know what I'm saying? It wasn't that. But I come from an era of understanding that men are so-called heads of household. It's not saying that you make the most money or none of that. It's just saying like, yo, the leadership of what we go at should fall on me. And men should take pride in that. I know I do. You know what I'm saying? I take pride in saying, y'all know I'm in a newfound relationship. You know what I'm saying? But I take pride in saying, all right, bro, like, one of the things I take pride in is like saying to myself, all right, like, when she come here, like, here's where I want us to go at. And whether she know it or not, like, in my brain, I'm like trying to position what we doing. Like, I hear her talking about her business and stuff, but in my mind, I'm like, man, I hear you, but we gonna help do that, but we building this out, and like, how do I plug her and bolt her on and then help her do what she gotta do, right? So I made a post today that said, fellas, now is the time. Now is the time where we step into position and give our families the financial direction that's needed. We buy these assets while they on sale right now. I say stocks are on sale, crypto is on sale, and whether you realize it or not, real estate is on sale. It's in a bargaining thing. Why? Because you got a lot of motivated sellers, because people want to get out of stuff. People have been over leveraging. What do people do in environments where they like this? They don't even see the storm coming, but you start painting stuff that ain't there yet. And so you start doing what? Panic selling. The noise that's surrounded by something makes people make decisions that are temporary, that last for a lifetime. And so, fellas, I say this is the time where we tell our wife, you tell your girl, hey, check this out. We not about to do the shopping. We not about to do the Chanel bags. We not about to do the trips. We not about to do the vacations. We not about to do the birthday parties. We about to, if this thing look how it look, we about to be buying these assets, and I need you to trust me. And you can't just say we gonna do that. You gotta do it, because here's what she gonna do. If you say we doing something and you don't do it, she ain't gonna take you serious. She gonna keep doing what she doing. But if you say you doing something and you get, hey, listen, we not buying that right now. This is what we doing. And it may be an uncomfortable conversation because it ain't something y'all used to doing. And you gotta say, hey, 12 months from now, our net worth gonna be double or triple. A year, 18 months from now, our net worth gonna be double or triple. We may get our first fourplex right now, but at the end of this, we probably gonna have 2, 3 of them. We may have 10,000 right now in stocks, but by the end of this, we gonna have 30,000, 40,000, whatever it is. On the other side of this, you can quadruple, and I promise you, she gonna love you more for that, and she gonna take you more serious, because she gonna know now you are the man that ain't just coming home saying, here go the check to pay the bills. You the man saying, hey, I got the check right now. We gonna invest this money right now. When I worked as an iron worker, a lot of men used to be like, hey, bro, I just give my wife the check and I get the whatever left over. I ain't got nothing to say about that. But right now, you come home and say, hey, how much the bills is? We about to invest the rest of this. Hey, let's pay down the credit card debt some and put that money here, right here. Hey, put the credit cards away for the next whatever we got to do for this. We got to cut back on this. We got to cut back on that. Yep, because we don't know what's coming on, but guess what we are going to do? We not going to miss this moment. The man turned $2.5 million in overall earnings. That's before taxes, to $1.4 billion. It did not happen overnight. He didn't buy 450 restaurants all at once. He bought them one by one. And here's the thing I also understand. He kept getting knowledge. He kept learning. Can't know anybody just become a Coca-Cola distributor, fam. That door ain't just open for everybody. You got to make some connections. Fellas, get out of that I don't want to make no new friends shit. Fellas, get out of that I'm too gangster. Fellas, get out of that I'm going to learn the hard way. Get out of that, fellas. Get out of that. The way to increase your network is not only by learning, but it's by connecting with people who are smarter than you. It's by connecting with people who done did things that you haven't done. It's by connecting with people who you inspire to emulate. I'm going to say it again. It's by connecting with people who you inspire to emulate, fam. You heard what Shaq said? He said, hey, I patterned my entire blueprint behind him. Magic said, I saw the post from Magic. Magic said, I learned so much from him. So what that mean? Off of his blueprint, you got a Magic Johnson who does what now? Own a whole bunch of restaurants and got part ownership in franchises. Then you got a Shaquille O'Neal who got a whole bunch of The blueprint is there. The blueprint is there. But we gotta be willing to say, now is the time. I know you want the money sitting in the bank. I know you still want to show us on the gram that you fly. I know you want to still show us that you get money. I know you still want to show us you got the Louis bag, and you can still buy your girl the Birkin bag, and you got the Louis luggage, and you got the Goliard. I get it. But next year, Louis gonna drop something else. Next year, Chanel gonna drop. Next year, Fendi gonna drop some more shoes. For me, Tom Ford gonna keep coming with more suits. This is the best time to accumulate wealth for your household. Guess what? You don't even got to be in the options market. Just start with learning how to buy and hold and graduate. But this is the time to be aggressive. There's a time to be aggressive. When that fear and greed index is in extreme fear or fear, that's the time to be aggressive. When it start getting to neutral, you ease back a little bit. When it start being to greed, you make your position. When it start getting to really extreme greed, you just say, I'm gonna sit on the side. But while it's in fear and extreme fear, you're supposed to be aggressive in the market. Warren Buffett said what? Be fearful when others are greedy and be greedy when others are fearful. There's no better time than now. There's no better time than now. Here's why I know it. Because during the pandemic, by the time 2023 came, everybody was like, man, I wish I would have got in, man. 2024, man, I wish I would have got in. We back there now. Same opportunity. Ladies, I love y'all, I appreciate y'all, but the fellas, this one for y'all, bro. For the ladies that gotta handle their business, nah, you double down, queen, you know what you gotta do. But fellas, I'm just saying, if you really wanna be the head of your household right now, yo, let's get your money in order, fam. It's time to build that bridge, stock by stock, build that foundation, investment by investment. Go get that duplex, let's go. Go learn how to wholesale, fix your credit, all that. It's the time right now, bruh. Because when all that money start coming back into the market, what you don't want to be is on the sideline saying, man, I wish. Now you trying to chase the market and it's already running. The best thing to do is be positioned while the market is taking a break, so when it start running, you already in the race. You already got a couple laps on everybody else. I ain't never had to chase the market. I always been in position. I'll take the short-term pain, so when it start running again, now we just, bet, it's all love. You don't build a $1.4 billion portfolio all at once. You build it one investment at a time, one relationship at a time, one negotiation at a time. But you also change one life at a time. You impact one person at a time. So that's the goal for us, man. That's what we doing here, y'all. I told y'all in the beginning, those who persevere have the best stories to tell. Because you can say, yo, this ain't come easy. Bro, I can't wait till the other side is when I can say, yo, I was down $1 million, fam. I was down 1.5 at one point. I was down 1.1 at one point. But guess what? We turned that and because that becomes now another chapter on the story. We see the $1.4 billion portfolio, but here's what we don't see. How many investments went wrong for him? Because he didn't get that without making some bad ones. But guess what? The goal is to win more than you lose. At $1.4 billion, he won way more than he lost. There's some deals in there that went bad. There's some franchise he probably had to sell that just didn't go right. But he won way more than he lost. There's gonna be people that's gonna talk crap to you when you lose, but at the end of the day, when you show them the portfolio and you say, yo, I won way more than I lost, that's how you shut them up. So fellas, man, take this time. Take this serious. This one season of sacrifice is gonna pay off for the rest of your life if you take it like that. This one season of sacrifice. You don't got time to be mad at Trump. You don't got time to be mad at China. You got time to focus on where the opportunities at to build out your portfolio. This is the thing this is the season you position yourself for your first million, your second million, your third million, whatever part of the $1 million train you on, like keep positioning yourself, because some of y'all ain't here millionaires already. Some of y'all millionaires already, literally, and some of you are millionaires in your mind yet. It's just waiting to go to your bank account, and you just got to make the right investment to get it there. And the roadway to becoming a millionaire is paved by the first investment. The bridge from poverty, or the bridge from check to check, or the bridge from 6 figures, the bridge from wherever you at now to become a millionaire, a multi-millionaire, is paved one investment at a time. So be aggressive this season, y'all. Document the process this season, y'all. Journal those wins, journal those losses, look at the market, write it down. On the other side of this, watch this, Jose. The future you is congratulating you in the present because you're taking advantage of the time that's happening right now. Or the future you is pissed off that you missed on this opportunity. And the only way you'll know is when you get into the future and you haven't made any financial progress. The future you is looking at you right now, either mad at you or thankful to you because of what you're doing right now. The future you don't see him, but the future you already looking like, yup, he did it. She did it. You bet on us. The future you is like, I got here because of you. Or, God damn. So don't look at it like right now. I want you to ask yourself right now, man, what the future me think about me? What the future me think about me? Because everything you do is building that out. So will the future you be proud of you right now? Or watch this. Is the future version of you looking at the future version of you saying, man, he tripping. Say it again so you can catch it. Is the future version of you looking at the future version of you saying he ain't gonna get it? Let me make it make sense to you. Is the version of you 10 years from now looking at the version of you 20 years from now like, yo, he ain't never gonna get it? That's how serious this thing gets. Don't never think you just navigating through this and you ain't being affected. There's generations that's affected. Listen, generational wealth, freedom, and opportunity always starts with one person who's willing to take the risk. My daughter right now get to be proud because daddy took the risk when we were sleeping on the air mattress. My grandkids that she ain't give birth to yet are already proud because they gonna get to live a life because Papa made a decision. Ask yourself that question. Are the next 2 generations gonna be proud of what I did right now? Or am I gonna leave them to deal with the same struggles that I dealt with and I ain't got no blueprint for them? Because whether we like it or not, guess what? They're gonna be faced with it again. But guess what? The future always adds tax. The future always adds tax. It's always more expensive in the future. It always costs you a little bit more in the future. The pain sting a little bit more in the future. I came home in 07, bro. I made a decision. 2012, we got found not guilty. 2014, I just took it serious and was like, hey, bro, I'm all in. 2014, I'm all in. I told my cousin George, I said, hey, cuz, they weren't gonna change the game for us. I'm all in, I'm locked in. But here's the thing about it. Somebody told me about it in prison in 1999. I came home in 2007, I understood it, I played it, I dabbled with it, I ain't take it too serious. I was doing something, I was telling my homies about it, but in 2012, when I got found not guilty, 2014, when the last charge got overturned, I say, we gonna go all in. So from 2014, hear me, from 2014 to 2020, 2021, it made me make the first M in the market. So I want you to think about it. Come home somebody tell me about it in 1999. I learned about it. I come home in 2007. 2014, I take it real serious. From 2014 to 2021 is a 7-year time span. We make our first M in the market. Watch this. It gets easy after that. 2022, we make another one. A couple months later, it was easier. Maybe 90 days, something like that. But watch this, in a 10 years time span from 2014 to 2024, Not only did the market print millions for me, not only do we have $1 million day in the market, not only do we do 2.5 million in the market, not only do we use the market to buy a building, we talking in a 10-year time frame. So in the time I took it like something that was gonna change my life, I actually gave it time to change my life. From the time I said it was gonna change my life, in a 10-year time span, it changed my life completely. It's unrecognizable. And I ain't do nothing special but just lock in on it. If it can change Warren Buffett's life, if it can change Bill Ackman's life, if it can change Tim Cook's life, if it can change NVIDIA CEO life, if it can change all these people's life, why I can't change my life? If they the ones doing the hard work, why I can't just own the companies that they building out? Why I can't just trade the companies that they building out and let it change my life? And then tell my daughter it can change her life. And then tell my grandkid it can change their life. And tell my partners it can change their life. And tell my girl it can change her life. And then tell my aunties and uncles it can change their life. And tell my friends it can change their life. And tell everybody that helped me build this business it can change their life. And tell everybody on social media it can change their life. But guess what? Only 2% of the people gonna really believe that it can change their life because they stuck into what they believe, not into the life that they know that they deserve. I can tell you it can change your life, but it takes for you to believe that it can change your life. And if you don't ever believe it ain't gonna change your life, then guess what? It ain't gonna never change your life. All right, man, let's go a little further. My bad, Jose.
Right, you was cooking. I was about to say, hey, look, and the you now is looking at the past. You like, yo, I appreciate you.
For sure.
But I say, oh, I ain't.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah.
Like the future me like,
Yeah, I appreciate you for doing that.
Think about this, bro. In 2014, when I say, oh, we all in, the 2024, we was like,
Yep. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Cause I'm going, the 2024, we was like, he got it.
Let's go.
All right, 1-800-TRAPPIN hotline. Let's get to it.
Evening, family. Evening, Jose. Evening, Trap. Blessing. My question from Trap is, where can I find the 10 Q reports? Because Yahoo Finance gave us only for 4 quarters worth of reports. If I wanted to go ahead and find out more like 4 or 5 years or more, where can I find it? On which website? And another question that I have for quite a while now is, how do I join Trap Masters? Thank you very much. You guys have a good night. Seein from LA.
My dog said, I want to be in Trap Masters and I want them 10Q reports.
For sure. Shout out to my guys. Shout out to my people in LA, man. I'm still praying for y'all. I'm still actually one of my people when I was in New Orleans. One of my people when I was in New Orleans, they hit me when I was out there for Mardi Gras. I said, she working with State Farm and she out there. And I said, man, it really look like that. She sent me some videos. I said, damn. She said, man, the hardest part is people having to come back to their old cribs and explain to us she said, it remind me of Katrina, bro. Like, damn. I'm like, damn. So shout out to my people in LA, man. You know, we ain't forgot about y'all. Y'all still in my prayers. Y'all still in our hearts, man. You know what I'm saying? So you can do 2 things. You can go to the company's website, go to Investor Relations. And when you go to Investor Relations, you should be able to see annual reports. You should be able to see and quarterly reports, and they'll have it by the year. They'll have 2023, 2024, 2022, 2021, and they can ask you which one you want to go to. Or you can go to sec.gov and go to that company, and they'll have them all typed out for you. So you can go to either or. We haven't opened Trap Masters yet. Once I get the first phase of the building done, I'm gonna do something for everybody that did Trap Masters before. We're gonna do a group, we're gonna do something for them because I owe them that.
Okay.
Everybody that did Trap Masters 1, it's called TM1, TM2, TM3, TM4. I'm gonna do something with all of them here because I owe them an in-person event.
How many people was in each session?
Huh?
How many people was in total?
Yeah, different each one. But we're gonna let them come in. I'm gonna do something with them. Dope. Probably do some dinner. Get a mixer. So I told them TM1, TM2, TM. I ain't forget about them. So that'll be first, and then I want to do something with the Patreon, and then we're gonna start having our trap awards, bro.
Yeah, I'm with it. We already talked
But
about
when we
that.
open TM, once we do that, we're gonna do a new rendition of our mentorship, because then we will have a home for them to come in. So we'll do that. So yep. That's how you get that, family. Salute. I appreciate you for sure, man. Let's go.
Shout out to all the trappers. Shout out to Trap. Jose, appreciate you for taking my call. So my question's kind of loaded, so I apologize in advance. And no, guys, this isn't a warm hug. I'm sorry. I know how much y'all be looking forward to the warm hugs. Anyways, Trap, my question is, we're looking at the different economic cycles. Based off the data for each one, I would say that we're currently in a contraction. We have declining GDP, rising unemployment, reduced consumer spending, and then you see some of the sectors that are performing pretty well right now, which is healthcare, utilities, and consumer staples. So with that information and with the tariffs still being at the forefront, you still have a bullish sentiment on the market. So I want to know what makes you so bullish on the year, even with the major indexes being down right now. I think the S&P is currently down like nearly 5% or something like that. What makes you still bullish on the year, and what has to happen in the market for you to change that sentiment? Appreciate you, and I'll see you in the trap.
So that's my girl, Double R, you heard me? And what she started off with saying?
She said this ain't no warm hug.
No,
Sorry,
she said
y'all.
something else. She said, I apologize.
Yeah, I apologize to the fact.
Your ass don't apologize for that loaded question. That's what she said. I apologize. This may be a loaded question.
Oh, for that? Oh, yeah, nah.
Your ass don't apologize for that loaded question.
I knew she was going to cook. I already knew she was going to cook.
That's my dog. Like, she is one person I actually check on. She actually check on. So, like, I watched her leave Kuwait after being over there for 8 years. A person at the market changed their life. I watched her leave Kuwait for 8 years, come over here, and go crazy. Go crazy. So I check on her, be like, yo, you good? How you feeling? She like, I'm thugging. Like, I ain't tripping. I still love it. Yeah. Like, I'm here. She like, it's a little rocky, but I'm with the smoke, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to her.
Look, I rock with her because I hit her up. I said, the Patreon slipping, they ain't asking no questions. I know you got something.
Oh, they ain't ask no questions?
I mean, they did, but they was kind of slipping, so I was like, Double R.
Because I think everybody, I think they just, like, bro, like, I ain't gonna lie, like, if you ain't, this market will punch in your face and make you be like, man, I'm just gonna watch Trappin to it, dog.
Yep.
Hopefully that nigga say something that give me some life or something. That nigga be saying, punch in the face, but he ain't say this hard. You know what I'm saying? So,
right.
I ain't even seen my girl Janelle in that thing in a minute, man. I don't know if she's selling plates. I don't know if she done.
She in the chat, because everybody was like, where you been at?
I'm telling you, I be in a picture like, damn, like, I see Bane come through here and there. Like, I'm like, man, where my girl Janelle at? I wanted to crack a joke in the Patreon, like, yo, you still selling plates? I want to come work for you or something, but I ain't even much see her in the chat. I'm like, damn, oh, my dog ain't fold on me, you heard me? But shout out to Double R. So here's what I do think. I actually don't think we're in contraction just yet. I think we are in a late cycle expansion, end of cycle expansion, right? And here's why, because the end of cycle expansion leads to a contraction, which leads into that. And y'all should go look up market cycles if you don't have the Trappin course, where we break them down and where we say which ones can move. So I actually think we're in a late cycle expansion. Why? Because we saw a lot of stuff growing prior to this. We saw a lot of industries expanding. We saw jobs. We saw a lot of stuff growing, which actually got us in that peak expansion phase. And I think we in that late cycle. Also, I feel like one of the charts we're gonna have tonight gonna be real good. The reason why I am bullish on the market because of this is because prior to tariffs happening, we knew that the market was going to slow down a little bit because we had back-to-back 20-plus years, 20% return years. So I think we had a 6,800. The market closed at, 6,000 in 2024. I think we closed at 6,000. So I gave us only an 800 point upcharge. I think that put us somewhere around 11%, Jose, what we had, something like that. We had mapped it out. Which I think this year we'll still wind up getting like an average return. I'm still bullish on the market. I still think we can still get to 6,800. I personally believe it, which is not a blowout year, but I think we'll still get 2 rate cuts. I think once the market gets an idea of what tariffs are going to look like, I think the only thing that happens is it depends on how long this prolongs. I think this can be over by by April, early May. We still have June, July, August, September, probably get a down month, October, November, which gives us about 7 months, 8 months to recover. I still think we can have a 10% year. So that's why I'm bullish, because I think technology will come back some. I think it's not going to be an explosive 30% NASDAQ. We had a 22% NASDAQ and a 31% NASDAQ the last 2 years. We had a cool S&P. I don't think technology just blows us out the water. I think it recovers some. I think some of the hype, once we can get footing on what's going on, I think we'll have a positive market. The catalyst is in April. How does the market respond to reciprocal tariffs? What happens after that? I think by May, June, July, I think late April, I think early April. I don't even think late April. I think we'll get some footing here. So that's my idea of that's why I'm real bullish on the market still. You know what I'm saying? Not greedy, but I'm still bullish on it. Again, I think we in a late cycle expansion, meaning late. So that's what I think. It would be nice to hit 7,100. I don't think we get 7,100. But I think we get somewhere around 67, 68. And I think my prediction was 6,800. I think we'll be around there for sure. Shout out to my girl, Double R, man, for rocking out, man. Let's go, Jose.
Hey, Trap. Hey, family. Happy Tuesday, everybody. So my question is, with Trump on the loose, how do you see interest rates, inflation, and tariffs shaping our market, shaping our global economy within the next 12 months? It's looking scary. And I'm going to squeeze in one more question. So sorry, don't kill me. But second question is, what risks do you feel investors are underestimating right now that they shouldn't? Because I feel like everyone's trying to, brace yourself, history repeats itself. Like, we've never had Trump in office like this. Last time brother got impeached. So we've never had this happen. So technically, since history cannot repeat itself based on what we're seeing, what risk do you feel is being underestimated right now?
I think the first question was around interest rates, right? We'll look at that tomorrow. Shout out to the queen. She always bring energy when she asks a comment. I feel like Jose shout out to her personally. I think he ain't seen her in about 4 or 5 weeks, so he went seen where she was at. Hey, what's up? What you got going on?
Her and Double R, I was like, hey,
I feel like that.
I'm producing, baby. I told you we producing the show.
I think for interest rate, we got an FOMC meeting tomorrow, the Fed. I'm not gonna lie. Never have I said this before, but I think Jerome Powell saves the market tomorrow. I think Jerome Powell saves the market tomorrow. I think Jerome Powell comes in tomorrow. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, of course, they're going to beat the brakes. But I think he comes in tomorrow and he's dovish, which means he's optimistic, still will pause, but optimistic. I don't think he comes in hawkish tomorrow, meaning pessimistic. I think he comes in tomorrow optimistic. The market's already priced in that he won't cut tomorrow. There's a 99% chance that he won't cut tomorrow, so that won't drive the market. The first cut is not till June. The market is already pricing that in. They already expect that. So I think he comes in, I think he gives optimism about the market. I think he navigates the idea of Trump. I think he puts recession talk to sleep tomorrow. Not saying they won't come up with it again, but I think he downplays the idea of a recession. I think he tells them y'all out of y'all damn mind. And I think he'll be dovish tomorrow. And I think that breathes a little life into the market. If I'm wrong and he's hawkish, I think we hit somewhere around, I think I put a support thing in the group today. I think I see support somewhere around 5,500. We break that, we go to 54. We got to now retest what we got out of range. But I think Jerome comes in dovish tomorrow, so that helps us out. I will say we have seen Trump like this before. He was like this the first time. The market just disregarded him because they had other things going on. I think this time he's just doubling down on him. You know what I'm saying? And here's what I do know. I think that I do look at the idea where Trump said he's not worried about the market. That does, I don't want to say bother me, but it does make me say, what, nigga? Your whole last 4 years, even when you got impeached, you kept saying, hey, look at the strong market. The market is strong. This is the strongest market we've ever had. Look at what I've done to the market. And you know what I'm saying? And for now you to say, hey, we ain't worrying about the market, I'm like, damn. Because that's a pivot. So I think here's what I think. I think the world overplayed the idea of Trump being a businessman. And I think the world overplayed their hand. We disregarded it. I think the world disregarded, because he told us what he was going to do when he got in here. And I think the world just disregarded him the way they disregarded him the first time. And I think he felt some kind of way about people disregarding him. I think he felt some way about getting impeached, and it's just my own thing. You know, I think he came back and was like, nah, this is what I see. You know what I'm saying? I think, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, man, Trump gonna be good for the business. And I just was like, man, like, how? Like, you gotta see. They changed sides. And I always say that, bro, you get a dude 4 years to sit on the side and just figure out who played him. You know, with anybody, you come back with a vengeance. You know what I'm saying? And he played chess. He got everybody to jump on his cabinet. And because look how Elon getting punished. He gonna get affected by them EV things that's going on. You know what I'm saying? I think he got everybody. And he was like, nah, what they called it, he pulled the switcheroo. You hear me? Like, so I don't know. I think we underestimate him. More than anything, I think we underestimate him. For sure. For sure. All right, let's go a little further.
What's good, Trap? Trek Wise on the hotline. Hey, first thing first, I don't advocate nobody doing what I'm doing right now. But I got to get this money and I got to get this knowledge at the same time. For sure. But made a play yesterday, and without really exposing the play, I got a question about it. See, I was taught you invest in what the market is rewarded. But said sector has been down year to date, all companies within that sector. And I was just wondering, what is your thesis behind making a play to that company? Do you see a potential recession, or what is your thesis? I'm trying to really get your mindset on that play that you made. Just trying to navigate what's going on in the market and how you seeing things. Appreciate it, Trap. Appreciate it, Jose. Y'all have a go.
When our truckers for sure, next time pull that goddamn truck over.
Right, boy, living dangerous.
Yeah, next time pull that damn truck over. Right? Pull that truck over. Please. You know, pull that truck over, bro. I ain't tripping. I appreciate you tapping in. Next time, though, you know you're going to call in. That question took 3 minutes, if that. Pull that truck over, man. Don't do that no more, man. You know what I'm saying? Dope. So, 100%. If you know we put in, I want to say 3 plays in. So in total, we put 5 plays in all together. I want to say 1, 2, 3 option plays, 2 buy and hold plays. One of the option plays, 100%. I put that in. The idea behind that was I watched the range has been playing there. It's been playing. It got down to a certain price, and again, I can't get a play up, but it got down to a certain price. It spiked up to somewhere, but it's been playing in that same range. Remember, we know for sure we're not in the range of trying to get, 100% right now, but I feel based on that range, we can get a nice return on that in a sweet amount of time because it's been playing in that range. But the other, let me see. 1, 2. The other 2 option plays we put in are where the market is rewarding, and then the 2 buy and hold plays are where the market is rewarding. And then that 1 play, it was based on name, range, and what we feel it could do in that time frame of that option play we put in, bro. But you definitely on the right track. Next time, pull your ass over. Let's go, man. All right, man.
And he was looking at the camera.
Yeah, your boy looking at the camera. You could at least put that bitch up and like, yeah, Trap, I ain't gonna look. My dog looking at Then he looking in the wheel. You gotta squinch down. Man, you gonna pull that goddamn truck over? Don't do that no more, man. All right, man, let's get to it, man. All right, so, nope, let's go straight to the portfolio first, then get into that. Because we really on time right now. We pushing. Yeah, we pushing. Jose, don't never let me do an hour opening no more, dog. I keep telling you stop.
It was only 40 minutes.
Man, it's tripping, dog. All right, so again, man, the ANET, the AMAT, the AVGO, usual suspects still down. But we gained a little ground on them. I'm not gonna lie. We gained a little ground on them, but they still down. Those 2 plays that's blocked out, one of them, that's the 2 we put in yesterday. The second play actually turned green today. Turned red today. They was both up about $5,000. I did shrink the positions a little bit based on what I normally would do, and those were 2 expensive ass plays. I'm not gonna lie. I had to tell my people, hey, don't even much. This one here costs you know what I'm saying? But I'm good. And so those 2 were the market is rewarding those at. Crowd strike down. Let's go a little further. I am, and here's the one thing why I said, hey, I ain't tripping, because I saw the Goldman Sachs plays kind of heat up on me a little bit the last 3 days. You know what I'm saying? The Goldman Sachs and the IBRKs heat up for me on the last 3 days. I was tempted to do a meta call again, but I let it fly. Netflix, not mad at that. Go a little further. The service down play. And then that play right there is the one you talking about. The one we put in right there, that's the one we talking about. We got the NVIDIA down, Palantir, and Uber are down. So, that's it, man. I ain't tripping, though. Bro. I ain't tripping. Let's go a little further. Freedom Center, let's go. There we go. I wanted to say this. So we down 2%. We still sitting on $262,000 in cash, bro. I did deploy some capital, so we see the AIG play. I gotta play that because I exposed it last week. So the AIG play, the one that's blacked out, we put that play in. What the fuck is that on? Okay, that's also an option play I put in. The Goldman Sachs play, the meta turn. I was pissed off about that. NVIDIA and the Palantir plays turned green on me yesterday, and then they took a deep dive today. They was green on me. After all that time, they turned green. I say, yeah! Anyway, the TPL play, and then the bottom play was a new play that we put in Monday, and I'm not the one that's blacked out. So again, this week alone, I put in 5 plays, and we see, so I'm still striking. You know what I'm saying? Still using the formula, and you notice I kind of, based on his question, I still got out of where I typically was. Literally the last 2 days, everything was green but my technology. So that was the pivot we kind of made. And I think they just navigated. I just think, I had wrote something down that says, noise and volatility can impact your ability to assess the environment effectively. I wrote that down. Noise and volatility, noise being the news, volatility being looking at the market, can impact your ability to assess the information effectively. Can assess that. So definitely, man, come check us out. Come join the Patreon, man. Like, we still, we locked in, we vibing. So I just want to shout out my people in the Patreon, man, whether it's Brand Builder, whether it's Long Lee, whether it's Bane, whether it's, I ain't seen my girl Janelle in a minute, man. Whether it's, I think her name, Katrina. Dang, I forgot her name, man. The usual suspects, man. AB, we got my guy AB up in there. He be dropping a whole bunch of like charts, and AB down there like a news reporter, you heard me? Like he'll put a company in, then he'll drop like 6 or 7 charts behind that. Shout out to him, my guy Cheesy Bread. Shout out to Virgil. What I do like about the Patreon right now is, like, maybe earlier on in the game, they was kind of down. Now they just like, bro, Rams in the building. Shout out to Rams, because he be in there too, dropping a lot of stuff. Rams is cold-blooded, because he make a meme for everything I do. I don't know how he make the memes that fast. Shout out to Thavion. Like, they really be in there, like, locked in.
Shout out to the ones in both. And then also, while we're here, I got to shout out Tori and send the prayers up to her and her family today. That's why she ain't in the chat normally. She be with me on this in the chat, so we'll send up.
But I'm definitely about to get to that too. Also, I'm about to get to Trappers Anonymous too, because as we go to the Freedom Index, that's my Trappers Anonymous people. Like, they understand, shout out my people over there. We had a cold-blooded conversation Sunday, dog. Shout out to them, man. Shout out to Natalie. Shout out to, damn, I'm having a brain fart. Chelsea, Jabari, Lieutenant Casey. Shout out to the groups, man. We really been locked in on that. So, all right, let's go a little further, man. All right, so we're gonna run through this, Jose, over the next hour. Right, we got an hour to run through this, bro, because Bernard is ducking. Nigga ducking. Nigga been in 7 Zoom calls a day, you heard me? That nigga is ducking over there, you heard me? Yeah, dying. All right, so watch this. I did this, Jose. This was cool, right? So a lot of people always talk about us going to war, and they always say, like, America don't, I hear people all the time say, like, America don't want to go to war with China, right? So I looked at the militaries, broke this down. China has 2 million soldiers active as of right now, 2 million soldiers active. India has 1.4 million soldiers active. America actually has like 1.3 million active soldiers. North Korea has 1.2. Russia has 900,000, right? But here's what I wrote down. Let's go a little further. Watch this, though. I wrote something down, right? Because people always say, like, the biggest military, right? But I'm here to say that the biggest military don't always win. And here's what I do know about people, man. Like, here's what I do know about America. We always sleeping on this idea, yo. Like, I'm not saying people don't know how to fight, but I know America know how to go to war. I'm saying, here's the thing, though. Nobody wants a war. Right? Nobody wants war, bro. Right? But I will say that, like, I looked at some of the things. American Revolution, 1775, 1783, U.S. colonies versus Britain. Remember, at this time, Britain was the big dog. They really ran the world, yo. Nobody wanted to go with Britain, right? Britain outnumbered the American militia and Continuing armor was smaller and far less equipped. We talking Britain had at that time 1 million plus soldiers, fam. In that time. Why they won? Guerrilla tactics, French support, home field advantage, and British underestimated the American resiliency, bro. American resiliency. American resiliency, bro. The Battle of Yorktown, American and French forces trapped the British, leading to their surrender and the end of the war. Let's go a little further, bro, because it happens a lot of times, right? The Winter War, 1939 to 1940, Finland versus Soviet Union. Outnumbered Finland, 340,000 troops versus the Soviet Union, 1 million troops, fam. Why they won? Superior knowledge of terrain, guerrilla tactics, and harsh winter conditions. Outcome, Finland inflicted heavy Soviet losses, but eventually had to sign a peace treaty, losing some territory while presenting its independence, fam. War ain't always about who got the biggest army. And what we do know is, we ain't we know China big dogs. I ain't tripping on that, bro. But here's the thing I don't be liking, bro. People be so mad at America. I'm gonna be real. They know how to fight, bro. China do have some advantages, but don't think America don't got no advantages. Don't think we don't got no advantages. Don't think we ain't got no advantages, fam. Again, nobody don't want to go to war, but don't think we ain't got no advantages, fam. It's gonna be a blood sport. Bro, don't think we ain't got no advantages, fam. I always say this, when you think, when you looking at them movies and they saying, this gonna happen, this gonna happen. Bro, don't you think America looking at all of that? You think you just so people yeah, man, we spending a lot of money. Yeah, we are spending a lot of money. That is true. That's gonna be a thing that affect us 100%. Guess what? But China economy ain't in no shape to go to war either, bro. Because guess what, bro? Check this out. As much as people hate America like they do, why you ain't just tip the bird over and say, man, we going for it? What's up? It is what it is. Let the chips fall how they may. Let's go a little further. And I just want us to know that. Because I be about that smoke. But you gotta ask yourself this question, bro. Nobody wants war 100%, but you ain't gonna just come push America. We can talk all that with, we can talk that. I promise you, bro, bro, these people, bro, listen to me. These people sitting on something. They sitting on it, bro. And the one thing I know about this, bro, and I ain't taking nothing from nobody, bro, there's something about that resiliency of not wanting to get that spot up. There's something about being a champion, cuz. It's something about being a champion. I promise you they ain't ducking no smoke. I promise you they ain't no pushover. I don't care who in that office, bro. Because when you be in an office, you got to make you got to be all right, we do. But bro, they got people hey, we going to war, sit down. Huh, cuz? The stock market and all that, when we say war, hey, I don't care about none of that, bro. Sit down, fam. Am I right or wrong, cuz? Come on, man. We ain't that. We ain't that. Nah, again, nobody wants war, bro. But check this out. We go to war and you ain't getting paid. Let's go get it in blood. Let's go see. War is about strategy, bro. War is about strategy, bro. This ain't no... Somebody said China has a navy twice the size of America, therefore don't mess with them in the South China Sea. So watch this. If we know they got that advantage over there, why would we go do that? Again, ain't nobody crazy. At the end of the day, They got 2 million, we got 1 point something. We go to war with anybody. You don't want war, though. You can read all the books you want. I keep telling you, you can't measure heart. You can't measure what it take, bro. They was outnumbered, bro. They was outnumbered when they fought Britain. The Red Coats, the Red Coats. Paul Revere, go look up how famous that situation was. Go look how famous that was, bro. Ain't the first time they been outnumbered, bro. Man, you ain't going. Man, let's go further, man. Stop playing with me, man. Tough times don't last long. They create more wealth. Let's go a little further. Let's dig into that. So watch this. I did something for y'all, right? Why when bad things happen to good more? So watch this. Since 1928, 97 years, the S&P has been down more than 10%, only 12 times in the total on a total return basis. 8 were due to recessions: 1930, 1931, 1937, 1957, 1973, 1974, 2021, 2008. 3 were due to World War II, 1940, 1941, and major geopolitical positions, and 1 was due to a Fed rate shock that didn't cause an well, they didn't say it, but it was actually a recession in 2022. Y'all know they denied it. All right, so think about that. 97 years, the S&P has only been down minus 10% 12 times. Eight of them were due to recessions. Let that sink in. Why did I say that? Because in every one of these times, and here's the other thing I noticed too, every one almost gets shorter and shorter. Let's go a little further. Watch this. So watch this. COVID, 8 days. SWIFT. Trade war, that was when Trump, that's why I said he did it before. 13 days. Asian financial crisis, 20 days. Higher 5 or 6 times. Watch this. 5 or 6 times, 1 month later, it came back higher, except for COVID. It took a little bit longer. It took about 4 months to get us back to those COVID things. Watch this. Higher 6 or 6 times later, when it went to 3 months or longer, we got a 9% return. When 6 or 6 times, 3 months later, when it fell like that. 6 of 6 times, 6 months later, 15% or more. These were swift corrections since 1950, y'all. This ain't me, this data. This is why I like to talk data and not bias. I let data tell me what's going on. I let data tell me not to panic. So when my people say, Trap, why are we so bullish? It's because I know this. Well, 5 out of 6 times, 1 month later, except for COVID, we got higher. 6 out of 6 times, 3 months later, we got up 9%. 6 out of 6 times, 6 months later, we got, at max, we got 15%. So that's telling me anywhere between 6 and 9, 3, 6, and 9 months, I can expect to be at least a little bit higher from a 10% correction, all right? That means what? I'm in line. Now, history don't always repeat itself. It does sometimes rhymes. That I'm saying that, but it's just saying based on 1950 to 2020, 25, I mean, the data don't tell me to be bearish. The data tells the market to be bearish. And what I operate on, and here's the difference that we got to understand. The way you operate and the way that the institutional investors operate should be completely different. You don't have $1 billion fund. I'm not buying because Warren Buffett's selling on me, I'm selling. You know why? I got a different analogy. 100%, he's the greatest investor of all time. I would never, ever debate that with anybody. Greatest investor of all time by far. But I also understand that just because he's selling on me, I gotta sell. Just because he moving on me, I gotta move. Because by the time we get the news that he moved, we weeks behind. So no. So what you get? This ain't the first time we done put that data up before. This ain't the first time you've been down for a month. This ain't the first time. We done went all the way back to 2022, 2023, and 2024. But we had time where we been down. It is what it is, bro. It's part of the game. Let's go a little further, man. Here we go. Right here. Troubled times don't last. Part 3, highest 21st century crashes, right? 2022, we had 25%. 8 months later, 23% recovery. 2018, 20% recovery, 4 months later. 2020, 34% down. What happened? 5 months later. And the financial crisis, the only one that took 4 years to recover. What is that saying, y'all? Just give it a couple months and you'll be all right. And recover means back to those numbers. I'm all about data for y'all, man. I ain't about nothing biased. I'm not about having a personal opinion. I'm not about data. I'm not about personal opinion. I'm not about biasness. I'm not about, oh, I like the Republicans. I like the Democrats. I'm about what the data tell me, because this helped me make decisions, y'all. And guess what? If I'm wrong based on data, I'll take that 99% of the time, because the data gonna have me winning more than I lose. Data-driven, not emotion. Healthy thesis. Remember we talked about that? Healthy thesis. Let's go a little further, man. All right, so I want to do something right here, right quick, Jose. We're going to run through these last 30 minutes, but I want to get this one here heavy. I said 10:30, we'll stick to 10:30. I want to run through this one real good, though. I need us to understand it because we're going to hear about this a lot. We're going to hear macro and we're going to hear micro. We're going to hear macro data, micro data. We're going to hear macroeconomics, we're going to hear microeconomics, right? We're going to hear that all the time. We're going to hear that all the time, and we got to be able to navigate through that so we can understand what they mean by macro and what they mean by micro. Let's get into it. All right, so breaking down the data. Macro data refers to an aggregate or overall information like GDP or national income, while micro data focuses on individual information such as household income or individual spending patterns. So think about this. When you hear macro, we're going to get a little deeper. So when you hear macro data, you're talking about economy. What's the GDP? Right? You hearing stuff like that. Right? What is the national spending? All right? But when you hear micro, you start hearing about what is each household doing? What is household income spending patterns? What is this house? The average household has this. The average household has that. The average household spend this. The average household spend that. Debt per person, debt per household. But macro, you start hearing like federal spending. What do we? Do I make myself clear? Are we listening to that? Let's go a little further so we can give them a little more breakdown, Jose. Right? Macro data represent, watch this, gross domestic product, national income, inflation, unemployment rates. All these fall under macro data. Large scale perspective, looking at the economy as a whole. Macro data. I know we got a lot of new investors in here, and this is why I told y'all we're going to get busy tonight. Right? Macro. I might re-go over this again next week so they can tap in again to this one because I want them to do homework and I want them to come back. We actually may give them some homework on this. Right? So think about it. Macro data, talking, when they say macro, they're talking overall perspective. They're talking bigger picture. So they say, we don't let the macro data. Just think, when you hear macro, think about it. Think about this. Micro means many, macro means large. Anything micro, microscopic, I put it under a microscope. That's mini. Macro, large. Right? So when you're looking at CNBC, you're looking at these things, you say, oh, well, the macro data says, you say, oh, they're looking at, inflation rates, national income, unemployment rates. Why does this help? Because this gives an idea of the overall, the grand scheme of how the economy is moving, positive or negative. Let's go a little further. But when we look at micro data, we talking about what? Individual income, household spending patterns, consumer demographics, employee performance data. And think about this. So now when you hear we have a data report and you hear it, PPI, CPI, consumer price index, wholesale index. Okay, Trap, now I understand why these things matter. Because in order to gauge the economy, you got to look at it from both lenses. What are we doing on a personal level, and what are we doing on an entire national level? So, are people spending more money? What is that, macro or micro? Are people making more money? Household income. Personal debt, national debt. Personal spending, national spending. Debt per household, debt per person, debt per the economy, debt per the nation. So this is why certain numbers move the market like crazy and other numbers, it depends on where the market is at sentimentally based on these things. So again, when you hear macro, when you hear micro, you got to understand what they talking about. And now you can start saying, oh, this makes sense to me now. Why is this important, y'all? Because my goal is to help us learn how to navigate the market based on the data. Because if we can understand the data, we can understand how to move in the game. We're going to revisit this again because I think it's important that we know this. I'm going to start, what this is, macro or micro data, y'all. I think this is important. I think this is important. Oh, they got this report come on? Oh, what this is? Fed said this, what this is. I think we're going to start, because I need you to understand this, because now you can start saying, this is how we play the game. Let's go a little further, Jose. Now, I wanted to pivot from there to here. Watch what I'm about to do here. This is the U.S. breakdown in debt. Why? Because it's important to understand how tariffs are also impacting what we got going on. Let's look at the total debt deficit. So right now, America is $36 trillion in debt. On a per year basis, we spend about $1 trillion in interest payments on that debt and growing. But let's break this down. Military defense, we spend $900 billion, which equals 14% of the budget. So the military defense is not even the biggest thing we spend money on. The largest military budget in the world. Now, we do have the largest military budget, but here's why. Because we are the largest economy in the world, because we still the big dog, what America is doing is positioning themselves in so many, what they call, like military bases everywhere. We got them everywhere. Right? This covers troop salaries, new weapons, technology, global military bases, and nuclear programs. The largest defense contractors are Lockheed Martin, Boeing, Northrop Grumman, and I think you could put Raytheon in that mix. Some argues that the military spends too much money, the government spends too much money on military, while others say it's necessary for national security. I am of the latter. I think there's no price to be paid on national security. I think that's the one thing we cannot afford to not spend money on. Because I've said this and I've said it a million times, when is the last time you walked out your house and worried about a bomb dropping on it? So that's 14% of the budget. Now, everybody has something different. I personally believe I'm good with us spending that much money on military. I ain't tripping on that. Because here's what's gonna happen. If you get attacked, you're gonna be asking why we ain't got more tanks, why we ain't got more this. And there's a lot of stuff they spending money on that we don't know when it comes to that. I'm okay with that. Let's go a little further. Now, who owns the debt? Before we go to that, let's go to the next one. Before we get to that, I want to use that one last. I want to use that one last. We should have one. We should have like two more of that. Another one. We should have one. We should have like two more of them. Huh? Nah, let me break it down. I know what I got. I ain't tripping. We don't got it. I got it. It probably got caught up. I got it. Watch this. All right, right here. So the government spends $2.1 trillion, which is 32% of the budget on government spending, which is veterans benefits, which is $300 billion, healthcare, pensions, and for the veterans, we spend $150 billion on education, funding for schools, student loans, and Pell Grants. We spent $180 billion. This is me going to break the whole thing now, right? This is me doing data for us, right? Oh, there go right up. That's part of it right there. Yeah, but it wasn't broke down the way that it should have been a part of that, right? So the next one is, watch this. It says that welfare and food assistance, $108 billion, programs like SNAP, which is food stamps. These areas often face budget cuts because they get high. They keep the debt high. So my question to you is this. 2.1 trillion equals 32% of the deficit. So watch this, hear me right here. So 14% of the budget is military. Hear me here. 32% of the budget is government spending. Here's my question. Could we afford to cut some of this?
That's why I was thinking about the Doge stuff.
Could we afford to cut some of this?
That's what my first thought came when you said government spend. I was like,
And this is public information. This is just me saying terrorists, war, this is how it all came about. Because I'm like, all right, terrorists put us in this situation. People fight with terrorists back to back, which puts a possible war in play. How does that go? But let's break down the deficit because at the end of the day, this is the root cause of the problem. That's how we went through this cycle right here. I want to end it with these three. Right? That's why I started talking about the war, fighting the war, military. That's why I started talking about macro and microeconomics so I can get us here. This, at the end of the day, the 30-something trillion dollars that we owe is the reason why where we got to be at. There's a possibility for war. There's a possibility for recession. But let's think about this. Here we go. What does this money get spent on? Right here. Military equals 14% of the budget. I think is the most important part. Because we got to defend. So watch this. The most important thing you should spend money on in your house is not food. It's to be security. As a man who is the head of that house, not only do you are nothing against women, again, women, I'm not saying nothing wrong. I'm not saying you don't do this, but as a man, you're a provider, you're protected. You're not limited to that at all because you got to be emotionally intense, all that stuff. But provider means food. Protection don't just mean I'm willing to fight. Hey, how do you protect your home? Security, whatever. That's a part of protection. Something get real, how do we get out? How do we move? Do we got gas masks? Do we got gas? Do we got ATV? Do we got ammunition? Do we got artillery? Do we got water? Do we got canned goods? That's part of protection. So the number one thing in your house that you should spend money on is protection. Hands down. First thing we did when we got here, bulletproof the whole thing. Before I did anything, before you fix the roof, bulletproof the whole building because I got to protect everybody in here. So watch this. 14% of the thing is military, 32%. 32% of our budget goes to government spending. Social Security and Medicare. Remember, Medicare and Medicaid, two different things. Medicare and Medicaid, two different things. But watch this. Social Security and Medicare is 40% of the budget at $2.5 trillion. The government's annual budget is about 6.5 trillion. Let's think about it. The annual budget for our government annually. So I mean, we can at least look at every year at another 6.5 trillion. 2.5 trillion goes to Social Security and Medicare. That's 2.5 trillion. That's 40% of the budget. Then we got Social Security is 1.4 trillion, pays retirement benefits to over 65 million Americans. I personally believe you can't really touch that. The reason why I said, because at that point, if the person retired, they paid their dues. That's hard to play with. I don't advise playing with that. A person done worked 40, 50, we done sold them on a dream, 40 years, 50 years, whatever, you can't turn it around. Don't lie though. Medicare and Medicaid equals 1.1 trillion. Provides health care for elderly, disabled, and low-income individuals. I'm just saying.
I'm about to say, what are you saying? Hold on. What you thinking?
Bro, we gotta provide more jobs. People gotta go to work. You can't stop a person that's disabled. It is what it is. Elderly people, I feel like they deserve it. You're supposed to take care of women and elderly people and kids. Mm-hmm. Kids are defenseless, elderly people are defenseless, and women should just be protected. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Not saying nothing away from men, but hey, check this out. Let's get to it. Ain't no way you 21 years old and you talking about you low income. Bro, you gotta go figure it out, cuz. You feel me? Ain't no way you 25 years old on a corner asking me for some bread, fam. Hey, go work, bro. So let's go back one though, Jose. Let's go back one to the one we had before that, right here. Nope, go back a little bit further. The one that said, right here. It's heavy right here, bro.
That's the one I wanted to see, the welfare.
This the one that's heavy. 2.1 trillion, 32% of the budget, bro. Health care and pension plans for veterans. We gotta give, they pay their dues. Funding for schools, student loans, and Pell Grants. Infrastructure and transportation. Welfare and food assistance. In order to get from 34 trillion down, bro, you got to make some tough decisions. I'm not saying I agree with everything that's going on, but you cannot say that. Here's what I will say. If Brook can prove, if Brook can prove what he's finding and give it to us and say that's real, bro, I'm not mad at that. Yeah. He's saying they wasting his money doing this and that. If you can say, hey, bro, like, this is it. And I think if you're going to make all these charges, you got to prove it, show it to the people. And if you show it, bro, it got to go. We can't have our cake and eat it too. Not in this situation. Too much cake been given. That's why we at right now. You know why it's hard for America right now? It's hard for America right now because America, and this shows us right here, America and the markets have been too dependent on free spending. Mm-hmm. One of the worst things we ever did was get off that gold standard. One of the worst things we ever did. The reason why? Because it held you accountable. You can't print more money than gold you have, which means, hey, we can't, sell some dope.
I ain't got it.
They missed that part. It's okay. So let's go a little further. Go back to who owns it. Go one more. Right here. So, no, go a little, one more. Yep, that's it right there. Who owns the debt? So let's watch this. So here's what people don't know. This is the great part, because people always get this part confused. People always think that the most debt is owned outside the country. It's false. It's false. The largest part of the U.S. debt is owned by the USA itself. In a way, think about it. Foreign countries own 30% of our debt. China, Japan, they hold the largest portions. China holds $850 billion. Japan owns $1.1 trillion. Here's what happens with that. When that thing matures, instead of America kicking out their money, they just refinance it, give them some more bonds. That's how that works. U.S. public schools and investors own 40% of the debt. Pension funds, mutual funds, and banks. Government itself, the Social Security, and then not to mention the Federal Reserve owns, so 70% of the debt is owned in-house. Say it again. 70% of the debt is owned in-house. Now, why does that make sense? How does that look? Watch this, Jose. Now, people ain't gonna agree with me on this, but check this out. Jose, if I owe you and I owe somebody I don't know, I got a greater chance at renegotiating that with you than I do with them.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You feel me? So while the 30% to China, Japan, and the other countries are a thing, most of it is owned by public investors, pension funds, mutual funds, banks, the Federal Reserve, who actually owns the most, the government itself, Social Security, trust fund. We own the most of our debt, but it still got to go down. See, when people talk about this, they don't understand the dynamics of it, bro. Yes, it is bad to hold that much debt, but bro, we ain't worrying about no, if China cashing on the debt, if Japan cashing on the debt, we gonna go bankrupt. No, we ain't. We own most of the debt our damn self. Go do the homework, because that's what I'm going to do. I ain't going to base nothing off opinion. I ain't going to base nothing. I'm going to base it off facts. Go break it down yourself. Go look at the economics books. It's public information. I ain't even did nothing you can't go find. Tell them to get it in blood. That's what we don't know. So you got people out here just floating information around. That's the thing about the internet is, what happens is somebody can say something, and if they give it to us in a theatrical way, we think it's law.
Oh yeah, no, believe it. Gospel.
We think it's law, but we don't go do the homework. That's why I broke this down. That's why I say it's not about emotion for me. It's about facts. It's about data. It's about helping us understand. So the 4,000 people that came and looked at this, I want you to look at this now. It's $34 trillion in debt. Bad, bro. It's horrible, but you own 70% of it. The 30% that we own now, all we gonna keep doing is saying, hey, check this out. Hey, we gonna refinance. We gonna issue some more bonds to you. We're going to issue some more bonds to you. We're going to issue some more bonds to you. And guess what? As much as people hate to say it, because the American dollar is the strongest dollar in all major ones, right? Yeah, Kuwait dollar is the best dollar, but last time you went to Kuwait and spent some, and was... You feel me? It's the most recognized currency around the world. Guess what? Here's what I want you to understand. This ain't talking no shit or nothing like that, bro. People don't trust China and Russia like that. But guess what they do trust? That US dollar, fam. That US dollar, bro. They do business in it. Good business, bad business, shady business. When you trade your Bitcoin out, what the dollar amount, what the currency they tying it to? When that Bitcoin is up when it's up $100,000, what the measuring stick for it is? What reserve currency they talking about it in? I just want to know. I just want to know. When they talk about selling that oil, what they be selling, what's the number one? Hey, you know one of the things we go to war for? Go try to sell that oil in something else other than that USDA, except for Russia, because Russia say we ain't. Go try to sell that oil in something else other than USDA. Go watch what happened. Go, huh? Go try to sell that oil in something other than USDA. Why? What happened? Go even whisper. Hey, let me. Hey, you want to buy some oil in this? What you say? Huh? Who? Go ask them what Desert Storm was about. Go try it. Go try to sell that oil, that petrol. You know, go look up what the homework. Go look up what's the petrodollar, and then go look up why was Desert Storm a thing. Go look it up. This ain't fact. This ain't opinion. It's facts. Go try to sell that petrol oil. That's why China and Russia say, hey, we ain't doing that. What? All them what dollar you selling it in? Play with me if you want. Play with me if you want. And guess what, y'all? When America won't go to war, everybody step to the side and be like, hey, bro, I don't got nothing to do with that. Cuz you was out there right or wrong. When America say, hey, strap up, we got that, everybody be like, hey, bro, I ain't got nothing to do with that. Stop playing with them, fam. Again, yes, we do own China, Japan, they do own, we can't deny that. But guess why here's what people also don't know. These same countries bet heavy into the US stock market. These same countries use the US stock market as a way for their countries to produce bread, fam. Stop playing with them. Them same countries, when China economy was crashing, guess what they was doing? Buying NVIDIA. That's how they was staying afloat. Go look at how much money came out of NVIDIA from China and all kind of other countries. Go look at it. Go look at how much other countries, and we invest in other countries too. That's how we get around, but we heavily over here. Go look at how much other countries invest in this market. Why? It's the greatest market that exists. It's the greatest economy that exists. Go look at it. Go look at where they come when they want to put some money in the economy. Go look at it. Why? Because America always a safe bet. As a matter of fact, it's always the best bet. And we're going to end the show on that tonight, man. All right, man, listen, man. Great episode of Trappin' Tuesdays, man. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. We hope y'all got educated tonight. We hope y'all got inspired tonight. And we hope you took a lot of notes tonight, man. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. We catch y'all each and every week, same time, same place, 7 p.m. Eastern on the Wall Street Looks Like Us Now Network. That's what, man. Come join the Patreon, man. You know what I'm saying? Yup, we navigating these troubled water, but you ain't gonna navigate it by yourself. I've been posting kind of later each day in both of my groups because I just been working out in the morning, making sure I cold plunge, do what I do. But next, I do all that while looking at the market and taking in information. Because now it's not about just throwing plays in none of my groups. It's about having an explanation, a theory, that data, so I can help my people navigate, man. So if you're in a Patreon, if you're in Trappers Anonymous, you know you ain't gotta navigate this by yourself. I'm with y'all. If not, man, listen, we always gonna have a spot for you here on Trappin' Tuesdays every Tuesday. Also, go check out the Wall Street Trapper YouTube. We've been dropping some dope videos. We just did a video the other day on I broke down why penny doubles, why the penny doubling every day and how you could, oh, that was so crazy. We broke that down on that, man, so check that out. Also, man, get your merch, man. Get your merch, man. Get your merch, man. Listen, man, I ain't here to be liked, man. I'm here to just give you the facts, man. You know what I'm saying? I love everybody, man, because I don't want no beef. I don't want no drama, man. We here for love. I love us, man. I love us. There's more things that's for us to love about each other. There's more ways for us to get together and build together than be apart, and I believe that. I believe that. There's more reasons for us to be together. There's more reasons for us to collaborate. There's more reason for us to really just say, hey, bro, I see you. Say, Queen, I see you. There's more reason for us to be on the same accord than reason for us to be apart. And for that, I always want to be a conduit for togetherness, man. It's your boy, the Wall Street Trappin, man. I hope I set a great example for everybody that's on this well-building journey. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. From myself and the whole team, we'll see y'all next week, same time, same place. Make sure you download Trappin' Tuesday on every podcast platform. Make sure you download on every podcast platform, man. All my people at home watching on the big screens, I always make sure I go out my way to repost y'all. Hey, cause that mean a lot to me. You ain't on your laptop, you ain't on the phone, you got that thing on the front room or in the bedroom. Like, hey, babe, we watching Trap. For that, man, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much. Without y'all, we are nothing. We are out, man. Salute.